Family, you know exactly what that picture means. So I got to ask you today, have you thanked the union member? Have you thanked the union member for a landslide? Have you thanked a union member for collard greens? Have you thanked the union member for the end of Kamala Harris? And have you thanked the union member for the end of the Democratic plantation? If you have, then you have done your foundational Black American duty because they running. I'm talking about Lenarda Main. I'm talking about Stephanie Harvey. I'm talking about Michael Erica Dyson. I'm talking about Holland Martin. I'm talking about Joyless Reed, Download Hughley, and you name the rest. But what they better do the most, family, is they better thank foundational Black Americans for running them out the paint. Certified salute, FBA Friday. Let's go. I want the whole damn world to hear this. And that is that foundational Black Americans, we didn't just build America, we created America. We're made in America.
That's right.
We're born in America and raised in America. We're from America, so we love America, and they not like us, because we run America. Certified salute. I'm just saying, though, that's how the election turned out, and it don't look too good. Let me give y'all some translation for that map you seeing, okay? There's a whole bunch of couches on there. There's a whole bunch of recliners on there. There's a whole bunch of staying homes on there, all right? Now, they're not going to talk about that, but we going to talk about that because, you know, that's what foundational Black Americans do. But before we go any further on that one, y'all, I need you to let me know what city, what town, what state you're in because foundational Black Americans run the yard wherever we go. Ask Kamala Harris. It's over. Wrapped up. It's time, y'all. FBA Friday in the building. Make sure you smash that like button. We in the building, in the place. Ballers gonna ball and them haters gonna hate. And the haters is hating right now because FBA always wins. And we win by a knockout. There they go. There they go. There they go. Family, we in the building. You know I do it, Marcel. You know we got to start off 100 miles, y'all. Certified salute, family. I am Black Alpha Network. I got our good brother, Greg Marcel Dixon, in the building. And you know it wouldn't be post-election roast without seeing these two good FBA brothers. So the first one I said, I got to see what Marcel got to say. That's what I got to see. So, family, we're going to cook. We're going to bubble today. But, Marcel, how you living, family?
I'm doing good. Alpha, how are you?
Lovely, family. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, you know, we've been pretty, politically active. You especially, family, been putting in work, trailblazer, really, really blazing the path of foundational Black American excellence. So we all send you a certified salute for that one, brother. Much love and respect for everything you're doing. But how do you feel about the whole election and, the Democratic plantation taking our vote for granted, treating us like property, and now their property of the corner and the dumpster and the trash man? How you feel about that, brother?
I am ecstatic. And this is not about me necessarily liking the Republican Party, even though I am a person who supported Donald Trump only because of his anti-illegal immigration stance. Let me be very clear. Donald Trump does not go far enough for me when it comes to any of the things that concern me. Definitely does not go far enough when it comes to things of a freedman agenda, reparations. But where I do support him is that he is firmly and has been consistently against illegal immigration. Now, that doesn't mean, he aligns with me completely. But I am very pleased to hear that the woman who may very well become his press secretary, when they interviewed her post his stunning victory, she said the first thing they're going to do is a mass deportation operation that will be the largest in America's history. Because I thought they were going to abandon it. But she said that's the first thing they're planning to do. Then he released a video saying he's going to rescind birthright citizenship. That if you are the child of apparently 2 illegal immigrants, you will not receive birthright citizenship. So I'm happy to hear that. And here's why we need to be happy to hear that. first of all, do not let them fearmonger. We are not illegal immigrants. Our citizenship is not in any harm at all. So stop letting them fearmonger and compare us to immigrants. We are not immigrants. There was no America before us. There will not be any America without us. And if there ever is an after us, there will cease to be in America. So there will be no after us. That's first of all. Number two, this is a replacement agenda. I want to be very clear about that. Notice how all of these mass immigration, open border lovers, notice how they're now on social media saying they want deportation. Notice how they're now saying to these other groups, you're on your own, and if you get deported, good for you. All because these other groups, people who are of Hispanic, Latino ethnicity, people who are of Arab ethnicity, because Hispanic, Latino, Arab, those are ethnic designations. People who are Asian, now they want those people to be deported, all because those people did not vote for the Democrats. So you see, it was all about importing a new voter base. It was all about us as freedmen waking up and demanding things for our vote. And they reason, the Democrats, that, hey, oh God, the freedmen are waking up. Black Americans are waking up. Let's bring in a new voter base so we don't have to do anything for them like we haven't been doing for the past 60 years. It backfired on them. And now they want those people going because their plan did not work. They brought in a new voter base, and those people went and voted for Donald Trump and the Republicans because Donald Trump won the popular vote, the electoral vote. The Republicans have taken the Senate, and it seems they're about to take the House. So it was always about importing a new voter base. Their plan failed. Our plan is working. Our people either voted for Trump because Trump doubled his black support. They voted third party because I was a third party candidate, or they voted for the couch. So our people are waking up. Kamala underperformed in every single state. In large cities with large black populations like Milwaukee, like Philly, Atlanta, the black vote turnout was down compared to 2020, 15 to 20 million votes less. That was our people saying, let Trump win. We're not supporting her. We're not supporting the Democratic Party. This is a huge opportunity for us to capitalize on our people who are waking up, who are politically homeless or feel they're politically homeless, and to form a voting bloc where if people want our support, they're going to have to earn it, and we're going to lay our tangibles out. If Kamala had won, they would have continued to import illegals who would have anchor babies, and our percentage, our representation in the voting electorate would have declined. The moment we become politically irrelevant, we become irrelevant in all realms of society. And that's the goal of the Democratic Party. And it might be the goal of the Republican Party too. So we have to be against this illegal immigration evasion and legal immigration. Again, Trump does not go far enough because Trump actually wants more immigration himself. He just wants it to be legal, but he's not going to allow millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of legal immigrants to come here. And he's definitely going to be true to his word of getting these illegal immigrants out of here. Maybe not as many as he would like, but a hell of a lot more than she would have ever done. So I'm ecstatic.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Oh, yeah, we started off on fire. Yeah, it's FBA Friday. This is on the heels of the biggest political victory Black Americans have had ever, okay? And this is what we got. We got the whole foundational Black American society in the building. I see every one of y'all. I seen all of y'all on election night. So certified salute to you guys because you guys had the best coverage, and I mean all of you, and you had more information and knowledge than MSNBC, CNN, or anywhere else, you guys. Y'all was calling the election 5 minutes into it, and I'll be damned if it didn't happen that way. But, brother, you make a damn good point, and I want to elaborate on that. And I want you to, you know what I'm saying, comment on this, family, because breaking news that came out yesterday about what's going on in the United States of America. It's a hell of a time to be in the United States of America. I'm going to show you this right here, my brother, and I want everybody in there to see this. If you haven't already seen this, then you got to see it now because the changes are sweeping in. And a lot of us who voted on the terms of closing the borders and immigration. You're already starting to see policies start to be implemented, and Trump ain't even president yet. So let's go there, family. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
News: the mayor just announced that the city will no longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others.
This pilot program in New York City, drenched in both humanity and controversy, distributed debit cards to migrant families staying in city-funded hotels and allowing them to buy their own food. That was reporter Josh on here following the breaking news for us. Josh?
Bill, it's a program that, as you say, generated plenty of controversy, but now its absence may raise even more questions. The so-called Immediate Response Cards pilot program was designed to help feed migrant families who found themselves in New York with no way to afford food. The one-year contract provided what the city described as culturally relevant food to 2,600 migrant families, allowing them to basically buy what they wanted. A family of four with two kids under 5 got about $350 per week to cover food in a program the city said would actually save taxpayers millions a year. It also reduced food waste. You may remember the food the city had been providing in migrant shelters was seen as not culturally sensitive to the needs of some migrant groups, and it ended up just going to waste. More than a year, the city was groaning under the weight of more than 200,000 asylum seekers. Officials say the migrant population has actually reduced lately. In fact, a massive shelter on Roosevelt Island is in the process of closing. In the meantime, Mayor Adams spoke on the phone yesterday with President-elect Donald Trump, who had vowed during his campaign to mass deport migrants. Aside from congratulating him on his win, though, Adams today would not say what they discussed.
Goddamn. Brother. Okay, now we talk about this all the time, about how illegals come into the United States of America and they're getting things up and down. Now, I believe Eric Adams, he tried to play the migrant game, and then he turned on Joe Biden because New Yorkers were putting pressure on him. And then they said, oh, you're going to turn on us? Well, we're going to put charges on you. And I think he's trying to get a pardon right now. I think he sees Trump.
That's exactly what he's trying to do.
And you see how it works that way. How do you feel about that? Because I'm all with it, because we all done been to cities, especially DC, where me and you together as co-speakers amongst a few other brothers and sisters, great brothers and sisters. We rocked the stage at the rally for reparations in Washington, DC. But right down the street, you see a bunch of homeless people, veterans, and then you see a bunch of illegals getting taken care of. And these people are getting high rises, luxury hotels, e-bikes, especially in New York City. And they're basically being taken care of. A food voucher for someone who's not here, where we're starving. How do you feel about those policies right there, brother, in terms of getting these migrants out the paint and giving what belongs to us back to us?
First of all, Eric Adams is getting his comeuppance. He doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on letting these illegals pretty much invade New York City, giving them stays in luxury hotels, feeding them, clothing them, making sure they were getting quality health care, transportation, even working with the governor of New York to make sure they got job training. These are people in our nation illegally, making sure they got legal services. When new people in New York City started revolting against that, then he said, he started speaking out against it. Then they came after him. Now he realized he may very well go to prison. And now, yes, he's changing up all of a sudden. He refused to refer to Donald Trump as a fascist. And now he's congratulating Donald Trump. And now he suspended that program that was giving those illegals $350 a week so they can purchase food and other items for themselves. So, yes, absolutely. And it's not just him. You even see people like Putin saying that he wants to now make a deal with Ukraine to bring it into the war. China is saying they want to work with America. Mexico, all of a sudden, is taking measures to stop these illegal immigrant caravans from coming to the U.S. Everyone seems to be behaving now that they see that Trump is coming back in office. Now, I'm not saying that Trump is a panacea, because we know that he is not. But other people are realizing that the weak ineptitude that we had with slow Joe Crow Biden, and that we have with Kamala Harris, that those days are over. I say that we can capitalize on this to our advantage. I say that we should still hold Trump accountable in office. We should try to engage with him and members of his staff about reparations, about a freedom agenda. We can say that we may not get anywhere and we will have a right to feel that way. The Democrats get 86%, sometimes over 90% of the votes that are casted by black people. That doesn't mean 86% of black people are voting for them. That just means of the people who vote, most of those votes will go to the Democrats. And we got nowhere with them when it comes to a freedmen agenda and reparations. Matter of fact, we look at California, they went out their way, the Democrats, black Democrats, most who were freemen, went out their way to sabotage the reparations push. And an immigrant Republican man who's against reparations fought to bring it to the fore, because he felt that if the Democrats are going to say they're going to do reparations for freemen, then they ought to keep their word to their constituents and bring it to the floor. So my attitude, if this immigrant Republican man in California fought to bring reparations to the floor because he just believes in integrity, he believes that if you promise your constituents that you are going to do something, then you should do it, we might be able to get something from Donald Trump's administration. I believe that had we been able to sit down with Donald Trump, like he sat down with the people at that conference with the black journalists, and he sat down in many other settings and spoke with people who were supposed to represent our interests, we very well could have gotten something from him, but we just never got that opportunity. I spoke with people like Dr. Darrell Scott and Kareem Lanier, who gave me their time, who talked about the things they were working on. So there is an opportunity there. So yes, let's push for the things we want: a freedmen agenda, reparations, an anti-hate crime bill for freemen, black Americans. Let's still push for those things. But if nothing else, let's capitalize on the fact that this illegal immigration eradication in regards to deportations, in regards to stopping birthright citizenship for illegals, this is going to help us with our political representation. Because if not, our political power would have been diluted and we would have become politically irrelevant. And the funny thing is, like 3 weeks ago, Donald Trump released a tweet where he said that black Americans need to be the most invested in stopping this illegal immigration invasion, because if not, our communities will become majority migrant and we will have no political power at all. So even he saw the game they were playing.
You know, brother, I'm glad you brought that up, because when they had the opportunity at that black journalist thing, it was an ambush. And a lot of us, we didn't respect that. That's not cool. You know, I think our brother Tariq said it best. They don't even do that in war when there's a conflict amongst countries.
You know what? The problem with that, they talked about his mean comments, things he said that offended them. Let me tell you something right now. I don't care how ignorant or how offensive the things Donald Trump says may be. Do I like all the things he says? Absolutely not. Do some of the things he says bother me and offends me? Yes, but that's just words. The Democrats have been getting our votes for 60 years. We've lost 90% of our farmland. Our home ownership is lower than it was during the days of Jim Crow, or it hovers around the same as it was during the days of Jim Crow. Our wealth is heading backwards. We are slaughtered by crooked, corrupt police officers in cities and towns that are ran and overseen by the Democrats. We attend the worst schools. Our communities don't even have basic amenities like clean water. We have literally no representation. So if I have to weigh offensive words or statements versus no political representation and outright neglect, terrorism, and disrespect from a party that only exists because of my votes, I'll put up with the person who may say offensive things, but I may get the opportunity to get some tangibles from them. That is what we should have been doing. And you have people, I don't even want to say his name, I already said his name once, like that fat beach ball shaped guy who was in the audience yelling and screaming. He should have been doing that to advocate for us to get specific policies based on our status as freemen. Black Americans, we're freemen. We are the descendants of the people who were emancipated by the American government. No one capitalized on that. And I know big people in the audience don't trust Donald Trump. I don't trust him either. I do trust him in regards to stopping or at least slowing down significantly this illegal immigration invasion. I understand why people are uncomfortable. I definitely get it, because no politician has done right by us, not a single one. But I do feel that if we had the chance, you, Alpha, Tariq, the Black Authority, or I'll say a lot of people in your audience, if we had the chance to sit down with Donald Trump, I honestly believe we could have left from that meeting with tangibles for our community. And I want to say we should not give up on getting that chance. It may never happen, but it's definitely not going to happen if we do not try. Look at me. I'm just a normal guy, okay? Average. Just a small town teacher. And I've been able to speak with people who are now going to be a part of Trump's staff, Dr. Darrell Scott and Kareem Lanier. Are they as far, or are they where I am in regards to reparations and freedom agenda? Absolutely not. But when I spoke to them, do they support and agree with the things that we are trying to do? They do. Are they where we are in regards to some things? They're not. But they understood and agree with everything that we are trying to accomplish. I have somewhat of an open door with them. I only got there because of support of people like you, Alpha, and the people in your audience supporting me, promoting me, and also me just constantly beating this drum. So I want to implore all of us to beat this drum, no matter who's in office. If Kamala had won, I would have been saying the same thing. But honestly, I feel we have way more of a chance to get something from Donald Trump than we would have had with Kamala Harris. I honestly believe that, everyone.
Brother, I'm 100%. I've actually been on record saying that before, and I bring your name up. I said, if we talk about going to see Donald Trump, I said, Marcel he going to leave with a bag. All right, Tariq going to leave with a bag. Black Alpha going to leave with a bag. All right, this is what I feel. Everybody in the chat right now, we almost got 1,000 people. You know what I'm saying? I feel all of y'all going to go with a bag because we coming as businessmen and women. All right, this love affair, this love triangle, okay, this love connection with politicians is gone. That's why this situation and this election was pivotal. I was literally just saying the other day, I said, we can't wait till 2028 to get a victory. We need it today. And I'd be damned if it didn't happen. They're going to play with the numbers, but we're going to break down all those numbers. Let me show everybody this right here. I want you to comment on this as well, family. And I like the way you really just threw me an alley-oop because it's about business. It is about business. And you're dealing with Trump, who's a businessman. We, Foundational Black Americans in this generation, we're businessmen and women. So we're going to go to the table. What you want, what I want, we're going to have a discussion and we're going to bring it home because that's the way politics is. Everybody knows that except for the Democratic shields. That don't matter, though, because they're not around anymore. This is an area right here where we can definitely find a middle ground when it comes to Donald Trump. Find out where you can get your middle ground, exercise it, and then you have business on the table. That's what we're doing. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, and research. Watch this right here.
Once great cities have become unlivable, unsanitary nightmares surrendered to the homeless, the drug addicted, and the violent and dangerously deranged. We're making many suffer for the whims of a deeply unwell few, and they are unwell indeed. The homeless have no right to turn every park and sidewalk into a place for them to squat and do drugs. Americans should not have to step over piles of needles and waste as they walk down a street. Beautiful city, at least once beautiful city, because they've changed so much over the last 10 years. Our first consideration should be the rights and safety of the hardworking, law-abiding citizens who make our society function. When I'm back in the White House, we will use every tool, lever, and authority to get the homeless off our street. I want to take care of them, but they have to be off our street. There's nothing compassionate about letting these individuals live in filth and squalor rather than getting them the help that they need. We need professionals to help them. For a small fraction of what we spend upon Ukraine, we could take care of every homeless veteran in America. Our veterans are being treated horribly. Likewise, with all of the money we will save by ending mass unskilled migration, we will have a huge dividend to address this crisis in our own country. Under my strategy, working with states, we will ban urban camping wherever possible. Violators of these bans will be arrested, but they will be given the option to accept treatment and services if they're willing to be rehabilitated. Many of them don't want that. We'll give them the option. We'll then open up large parcels of inexpensive land, bring in doctors, psychiatrists, social workers, and drug rehab specialists can create tent cities where the homeless can be relocated and their problems identified. We'll open up our cities again, make them livable, and make them beautiful. For those who are just temporarily down on their luck, we will work to help them quickly reintegrate into a normal life. For those who have addictions, substance abuse, and common mental health problems, we will get them into treatment. And for those who are severely mentally ill and deeply disturbed, we will bring them back to mental institutions where they belong, with the goal of reintegrating them back into society once they are well enough to manage the tough task, the very tough task, what's taking place on the streets, what's taking place with they're taking so much drugs. But the fact is, we're going to try. This strategy will be far better and also far less expensive than spending vast sums of taxpayer money to house the homeless in luxury hotels without addressing their underlying issues. And they have so many of these underlying issues and needs. This is how I will end the scourge of homelessness and make our cities clean and safe and beautiful once again. We will do it. We will bring back America. Thank you.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Have you seen a Democratic policy that ever talked about homelessness? I don't think they ever had one, because then that would highlight the fact that Americans are homeless and migrants are in 5-star hotels. So they danced around that. And this is what we talk about with Trump. Is this somebody that we're going to go hang out with? Hell no, don't want to. I got no ambitions to. Is this somebody that in the middle of going after cartels, stopping Americans from being homeless? I was astonished. For as long as I've lived, I've always heard that there were homeless people 2 blocks up from the White House. I always knew that. But I finally seen it during the first rally for reparations, and I was shocked. And you know what even shocked me more is the fact that, first off, a lot of them were Black Americans, okay? I actually seen some outside. My mom actually got into it with somebody who worked at McDonald's, because my mom went in to buy a guy some food. He was a homeless vet. My mom went to go buy the guy some food, and a Latino lady who worked there said, "You can't feed him." No, who give a damn? Now, if it's her people, come on in. And my mom had to cuss out, because my mom is from Ohio and she don't play them games, but that's another story. But you met my mother.
Yes.
So my mom had to check dude, you know what I'm saying? Or check the lady and, anybody else who wanted it. And I noticed that all of these illegals are walking up and down the street. And these are homeless veterans. I'm talking about Vietnam. I'm talking about the first Iraq war, Desert Storm. I'm talking about the second one. I'm talking about Afghanistan. And the Democrats were cool with it, not just because they didn't have a policy, because they didn't even address it. Donald Trump's not president yet, and he's addressing it. And I believe everybody else, basically, no one in America's for American homelessness. Why veterans are starving, migrants are in hotels, brother. Elaborate on that, family.
Speaking of homelessness, underneath the Biden-Harris administration, homelessness increased drastically. And who made up the increase? Nearly completely Black people. And you can believe a lot of those Black people were freedmen, Black Americans. There was nothing done to address that. The only time I hear the Democrats talk about homelessness is when it's illegal immigrants. When illegal immigrants are on the streets, they immediately put them in luxury hotels. Or, as you saw in Maine, they build apartment complexes and give them 2 years to stay in very nice apartments without paying any rent. That's the only time you hear the Democrats talk about addressing homelessness. In California, which is the wealthiest state in the U.S., it has the 5th largest economy in the world. California is notorious because Black Americans only make up somewhere like 4 to 6% of California's population, but they're like damn near 40% of the homeless people in that state. And California is a state that is almost ran completely by the Democrats, every municipality on the state level and in the governor's seat. So the Democrats do care about homelessness depending on who's homeless. If it's an American citizen, they don't care. If it's a Black American citizen, they definitely don't care. If it's an illegal immigrant, all stops. You know what's funny?
Talk to me.
Homelessness, people always talk about the South and the South being poor. And the South is, as a whole, poorer than the Northeast and the West Coast. And yet, if you look at the rate of homelessness in some of the poorest states like Mississippi, Louisiana, South Carolina, Homelessness is almost non-existent. Now, I'm not going to say homelessness does not exist. It does exist in the South. It looks a little different. How homelessness looks in the South is people usually stay in hotels, or a lot of times they stay with family members. They go from family to family to family. In the Northeast and the West Coast, you see people literally out on the streets. Homelessness is far, far, far less prevalent in the South. And this is not giving the Republicans any credit, because they're full of it too. That's why I call them the Republicans. But what I am trying to say is that we as Black Americans take care of ourselves. But the problem I say to people, we should not have to. Okay? We have a government. We have a country that we built. We fought for. We invented things in this country that's used throughout the world. We have been faithful to this country. We pay taxes in this country. You can say trillions of dollars throughout the years when you add up our labor and the taxes we pay that comes out of our paychecks and in other transactions. Yes, I don't want us relying on the government at all, but we should not have to take care of ourselves, especially when we have the most powerful political party in the world. Well, now the second most powerful, but at times the most powerful political party in the world, the Democratic Party, that would not exist without our votes. If we have a need, we have a right to look to them to help us, because every other group does it. Corporations, when they are struggling and they need help, they look to the government in a minute. White Americans, when they need help, they look to the government in a minute. You want to see proof? Look at the Social Security Act. Look at the Labor Union Act. Look at the GI Bill that people give credit for creating the middle class here in the United States of America. Look at the Homestead Acts. There were 4 of them, but the Homestead Act that was done by Abraham Lincoln in 1862, I believe, that didn't end until 1976, it gave $10 trillion worth of land, mainly to white Americans. When illegals come here, they look to our government. They haven't paid a penny in taxes. They haven't picked up a pistol to fight for this country. They look to our government to take care of them. These Arab refugees from Afghanistan, they look to our government to take care of them. Native Americans who are on reservations, who feel that this country owes them, and I will say this country does to some extent, they look to the government to take care of them. Asian Americans during the days of the Cold War, when America wanted Asian countries to adopt democracy, Asian Americans took a lot of handouts from the government. Intern Japanese, one example, they took the reparations from the government. When Chinese Americans and other people of Asian American backgrounds, they took a lot of benefits from the government, such as the hair care industry that our government pretty much gave to the Koreans, such as the auto industry that our government pretty much gave to Japan. Every other group, and I can go on, looks to the government to take care of them when they are in dire straits. We who are owed by the government, we who have been faithful to this country, we have a right to look to the government to pay us what they owe, especially when you have a party like the Democratic Party that will not exist without us.
Man, I'm telling you right now, brother, 110 damn %. These people who come here to this country, they're not coming to this country to be allies with us, to be friends. They want our resources. And they wouldn't be here without us in the first damn place. So when you take somebody who wouldn't be here without you, and they want their, they want their just due that they believe, which is entitlement, because they're very entitled people. Let's be real. Okay, you don't come to a country and say, give it to me, family. You traveled around the world, so have I. Is there anywhere in the world that you'd be able to go to and be arrogant and be entitled and say, I came from America, I'm an immigrant to your country, I'm entitled to your holidays, I'm entitled to your on days, your off days, and give me some resources and reparations? Is there anywhere in the world where we can do that?
Absolutely not. Matter of fact, yes, I've been fortunate enough, and I would love to travel more, and I'm hoping to get back to that if I can, to travel internationally quite a few times. There's even an ugly American stereotype where an American goes to a country and feels entitled, and people expect that from some Americans. Now, usually they're talking about pretty affluent, older white Americans who have that stereotype. But most Americans, I'd say, are not like that. But that stereotype does exist. So people will be offended if you came there feeling entitled to anything from their nation. And on that note, foreign nations look to our government to take care of them.
Foreign aid. foreign aid, which I call reparations.
Yep.
Foreign aid is just another way of saying reparations. For instance, whenever there's a hurricane or an earthquake or tsunami somewhere, what do? We send them money to do what? Repair what happened to them. Well, repair means reparations, reparative justice. These people are getting reparations just by different terms. And especially when you start dealing with migrants who come here, because what they're getting is reparations. That's why me and you've been saying for the longest. Reparations and immigration, which has always been the top two main things when it comes to real certified foundational Black Americans. Wasn't nobody worrying about no damn voter rights in 1962. Okay, we were talking about reparations and stopping mass immigration, not just illegal immigration, mass immigration. That's what we're talking about. And you can't separate the two of them because they've been giving the immigrants your reparation money. Where do you think the money comes from with the high rises, with the e-bikes, with the food, with the $13,000 on everybody's EBT card? That's our reparations right there. So while we're sitting here in a state like California and they're destroying a reparations bill, but yet they're literally writing off blank check after blank check after blank check for migrants, not to mention the ones that they send to the Ukraine, that's our reparations money right there. So reparations and immigration, those things go hand in hand because they want to give our paper to the migrants. There's only so much money. There's only so much resources. And either somebody from America who's going to get it, someone who built the country, or it's going to go to Julio. And talking about Julio, there's been a lot of stuff going on in America with these gangs coming over here, crime coming over here. See, when Donald Trump gets on television and he says, hey, they're taking over the apartment buildings in not just Colorado, but in a lot of other places, and Kamala Harris looks right at the camera and boldface lies and says it's not happening. Roland Martin says it's not happening. Hell, he didn't even talk about it. Bakari Sellers, you name the shield, they didn't mention it. But yet we all see it with our own eyes. Breaking news to everybody, if you guys haven't heard this right here. It's trending right now on social media, and I'm going to show you guys the clip. Donald Trump has just officially declared war on the cartels. Officially, he's done it. And I'm going to show you guys his speech that he just dropped, as well as a lot of the agendas that he has. But now it's out there today that he's saying that he will show no compassion and no mercy, and he is declaring war on the cartels. I believe this is an area where a lot of brothers and sisters can meet in the middle, and I also believe ICE is another one. Bye-bye sanctuary cities. But you guys check this out right here. This is what we're referring to. War has been declared on the cartels. We're going to see it. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, and research.
From within by the drugs and by all of the other crime that's taking place. The drug cartels are waging war in America, and it's now time for America to wage war on the cartels.
There you go.
In this war, Joe Biden has sided against the United States and with the cartels. They are making more money than they've ever made before, times 10. There's never been anything like it. They're major companies. They're bigger than even some of our biggest companies. Biden's open border policies are a deadly betrayal of our nation. When I am president, it will be the policy of the United States to take down the cartels, just as we took down ISIS and the ISIS caliphate, and just as, unlike the situation we're in today, we had a very, very strong border, the strongest border, in fact, in the history of our country. And drugs were at a low of 45 years. There's been nothing like what we did just 2 years ago. We will show no mercy to the cartels. Every day, drug traffickers are using the waters of our region to ship their lethal poisons to America, killing so many of our people and ruining families. In addition to restoring strong border security, I will deploy all necessary military assets, including the U.S. Navy, to impose the full naval embargo on the cartels. I did that before, and it worked. What we did was incredible. We will guarantee that the waters of the Western Hemisphere are not used to traffic illicit drugs to our country. Furthermore, I will order the Department of Defense to make appropriate use of special forces, cyber warfare, and other overt and covert actions to inflict maximum damage on cartel leadership, infrastructure, and operations. I will designate the major cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. We will sever their access to global financial systems. I will also work to forge an unprecedented partnership with neighboring governments in our region, just like I did in Mexico. And remember, in Mexico alone, an estimated 100,000 civilians have been tragically murdered or gone missing at the hands of these cartels. The Mexican government, run by a very fine man, the president, is really working hard, but it's not working out. These cartels are vicious and they're violent, and they have Mexico for now stymied. But we have to help Mexico, and we have to stymie the cartels. Either we will get the full cooperation of other governments to stop this menace, or we will expose every bribe, every kickback, every payoff, and every bit of corruption that is allowing the cartels to preserve their brutal reign. And it is indeed brutal. Finally, as I have said before, I will ask Congress to pass legislation ensuring that drug smugglers and human traffickers receive the death penalty. The drug cartels and their allies in the Biden administration have the blood of countless millions on their hands. Millions and millions of families and people are being destroyed. When I'm back in the White House, the drug kingpins and vicious traffickers will never sleep soundly again. We did it once, and we did it better than anybody else. There's never been a better border than we had just 2 years ago. It was strong, it was powerful, and it was respected all over the world. And now we're laughed at all over the world. And we're not going to let that happen much longer. We have to take over. We have to be tough. We have to be smart. We have to be fair. But if we don't do something immediately, our country is gone.
There they go. There they go. There they go. That right there, I think he said it with his chest. I think he spoke directly. That was not a Kamala Harris answer. That wasn't dance around and jump around. He said it straight up. The man looked at the camera when he said declare war, too. Let me tell you something. When you look at the camera and you declare war, you mean that. And that's exactly what he meant, family. Let me ask everybody in the chat before I have my brother Marcel elaborate on that. Everybody in the chat, do you agree with what he just said right there? Or don't you agree with what he said right there? Are you guys all for cleaning up the crime, the cartels, taking over apartment buildings, getting resources, taking homeless veterans and putting them inside of places, and taking migrants and sending them home? I want to know, does the family agree? I already see my first degree. All right, I didn't even get the whole question out. I already see it. I think the American people have spoken. I think the American people have spoken. I see you, Stephanie. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. That's what we're talking about. Brother Marcel, that right there, that was a lot. That was a lot to unpack, man. This guy's not even the president yet. I'll say this. And I watched that right there. And the first thing I thought of is that a lot of brothers and sisters who, like you said, weaponized their vote for Donald Trump, because I've always been telling people, I've been on the record, there's only 3 things that could have happened during this election. 2 of them hurt the Democrats, which means the odds were in our favor. And a lot of times when the odds are in black people's favor politically, they take the worst odd, vote blue no matter who. This time, foundational black Americans were in the business. I call it the FBA effect, the Friedman effect. You know what I'm saying? And we went down the right path. You got 3 doors, all right? Door A and B is prosperity. Door C is damnation. Folks been taking damnation for the longest. We said, the hell with that. We went through the right ones. So, couch, vote Donald Trump or vote Kamala. We already know the bad one there. And brothers and sisters said, and they saw that right there, and they said, hey, we can meet halfway on that. Hell, I'll meet all the way on that. And by the way, they want to build a border. Tell me where I'm going to get my gas money, and I'm going all the way down there. Fill up my tank, and I'll see you there. How do you feel about that right there, family, in terms of his initial agenda to combat the cartels and all of that? Because if he combats that right there, that was really a sweeping agenda about migration. It wasn't just the cartels. All of that stuff is intra-connected. How you feel about that, brother?
I was watching an interview with the soon-to-be vice president, Senator J.D. Vance, and the lady was like, she called herself fact-checking him, and she was like, well, the cartels have only taken over 3 apartment complexes. They have only taken over 3 apartment complexes. Illegal immigrants who are being housed, clothed, fed, and otherwise cared for by our government, who's letting Americans struggle to pay the bills, pay for food, get all of their other necessities, are letting illegal immigrants take over apartment complexes in our country. And you're saying it's not such a bad thing because it's only 3? That's the level of stupidity we have on the side of the Democrats. So we absolutely need someone with that kind of energy right there. So I can't disagree with any of that at all. I also want to say, yeah, we have been looking pretty weak. I can't think of any other country, any other developed nation at least, that just lets people flood into their country and rewards them for it. And not only that, they're on video throwing up the peace sign, laughing, thanking Joe Biden as they invade our nation. No other country does that. Spain doesn't do it. Italy doesn't do it. Britain doesn't do it. France doesn't do it. Mexico doesn't do it. Okay?
Nope.
Try to go in Mexico as a legal immigrant and go to the border and throw up peace signs. Mexico is brutal. Mexico will let you come into their country as long as you plan to go to America or somewhere else and not stay in their country. We're the only nation that allows that, has the capacity to defend itself. So we absolutely need that kind of energy. So I cannot disagree with that at all.
Man, brother, and I'm going to show y'all one more clip. I want the family to see this right here. I know for a fact that you, my good brother, have been one of the main people speaking highly on this type of subject, and it's about birthright citizenship. This was another mantra that Donald Trump spoke on when he dropped this before presidency address. I want everybody to see this right here. And if you agree with what Donald Trump says, I need 100s in the chat. And then I want to hear what you guys say, Marcel. I already know your answer because me and you spoke about this 3 damn years ago. But we here, we deep. It's FBA Friday. The Democratic plantation is over with, and we celebrate.
Part of my plan to secure the border on day one of new term in office, I will sign an executive order making clear to federal agencies that under the correct interpretation of the law, going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. It's things like this that bring millions of people to our country. And the interpretation of the law. Going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. Will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. Will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. It's things like this that bring millions of people to our country. And they enter our country illegally.
There they go. There they go. There they go. Short and sweet. Straight to the point. Damn. I see what I'm running. Speak on it, brother. Speak on it, dog.
You know what bothers me? People like to try to fearmonger us. So, oh, Lord, we're going to lose our American citizenship. No, we're not. No, we are not. The 14th Amendment, 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment, those things were really written specifically for us. They were not written for illegal immigrants. America is one of the few nations in the world that lets anyone waltz into their nation, have an anchor baby, and automatically that anchor baby is now a citizen. But America goes even further and will allow that anchor baby to sponsor the citizenship of not just their parent who's in the nation illegally, but also other relatives. How stupid is that? You're pretty much facilitating an invasion of your own nation. You're pretty much facilitating bringing people into the country who don't have any loyalty to the country. They're just using the country because they see economic opportunity there instead of staying in their nation and building up their nation. So I'm glad he's stopping it. We're now going to join the rest of the world in being sensible and not giving citizenship just because someone walks into your country and had a child there. I am not well versed on all of the legalese, but I can tell you there is a clause saying that it is not, the citizenship is not to go to people who have loyalty to another nation. When a person comes here is legally, yes, they are subject to our laws because you're in our country. Again, if I went to Nigeria, Ethiopia, Brazil, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Canada, and I commit a crime there, I'm subject to their laws. But that doesn't make me a citizenship. That's how people have been interpreting that a person who comes here because they're subject to our law and they have a child, now that child's a citizenship. No, because that person is still a citizen of another nation. They have not taken a vow. They are not a citizen of America, and therefore neither is their child unless that child has an American parent. So this is about time, because let's be very clear, I'm going to reiterate. The Republicans like mass immigration and illegal immigration because of cheap labor. The Democrats like mass immigration and illegal immigration because of cheap labor. But the Democrats go even further. They want to import a new voter base. The thing that's crazy is a lot of those new voters will end up voting for the Republicans. That's the funny thing. But the Democrats want to replace us because we're waking up. People like you, people like Tariq, people like myself, if I may say, and like people who are here on this channel, we're waking our people up. It is going slower than what we would like, but it is happening. So they see us waking up. They're like, oh goodness, we got to replace them with other people who are going to be loyal to us, no questions asked. It's not working, but that's their plan. We cannot let them do that. We cannot let them dilute our numbers to the point where we will be politically irrelevant. So I completely support what Donald Trump is doing. And the other thing, Alpha, it's just against the law. You cannot just waltz into our country and ignore the laws. Who has had the law weaponized against them more than us? We are most likely to be wrongly arrested and wrongly convicted. In some cases, like in cases of murder and rape, we are 69 to 80 something percent likely to be wrongly arrested. Okay? We have the law thrown at us for things we have not even done. From the chain gangs to debtors prison, where we can get arrested just for laughing, we can get arrested just for standing on the corner, to nowadays where we are wrongly arrested and now we're being exonerated. I'm sure there's a heck of a lot more, but some of our people are now being exonerated of crimes for which they were in prison, thanks to DNA evidence or evidence that was right there, exculpatory evidence that was not brought to court, something that Kamala Harris was involved with, where there was a black man who evidence came to light that would have exonerated him of a crime that he was convicted of committing, and they had to force Kamala Harris to bring it to light. You see, she's involved in that. We have the law weaponized against us all the time, but illegal immigrants get to come in, ignore the law, and get rewarded and get treated as heroes? Absolutely not. So I completely support that.
Man, brother, you remember Troy Davis right here in Savannah?
Yes, I absolutely do.
Same situation. A lot of people don't remember Troy Davis. They came and it was a big issue down here, and it was Barack Obama at the time, and it was just whatever. And then right afterwards, the Democrats been bringing in people left and right and left. Absolutely. Nobody has really been talking about the rest of the world has a completely different approach in terms of immigration. We did a space just the other day, and these people were calling in from all over the place. And the one thing that I found common is that this no nation, you know what I'm saying, without open borders thing, that's the thing that the Democrats have been pushing. I'm going to be honest with you. I won't be surprised if, well, I'm glad Kamala lost, because I feel like I said before, 22 million illegals, and I'm hearing that's on the books. Remember, Marcel, they were first saying during the 3 years. Remember, it's only been 3.5 years with Kamala and Joe. And first they were saying like 8 to 11,000 or million. Remember, that was kind of the first thing. Then 11 kind of turned into 22 when you weren't looking. And then 22 turned into 24 overnight. Now I'm hearing it's closer to 25 to maybe 30 illegals that came here under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's not to mention the ones that were already here. We focus so much on the illegals that got here during their term. There were already millions previously who, by the way, Joe Biden said undocumented are already Americans, but that's another issue. You're seeing that right there all across the board. I wouldn't get surprised if the Democrats, and I believe that was the end game. Okay, you don't bring in 22 million people just to do it. I feel the end game was just no borders and just anybody in.
Have pretty much been invaded. First of all, a lot of these illegal immigrants, and even people who are here legally, who have immigrated here legally, they send tens of billions of dollars to other nations. Mexicans here in the U.S. alone have sent sometimes 30 to 70 billion dollars back to Mexico. You have foreign nations whose economy relies on remittances, money that is sent to a nation from citizens who are originally from that nation to their homeland. Okay? People are not coming to America because they love America and they love Americans. A lot of times they come here with hatred for Americans, especially Black Americans, who are the ones who spearheaded the civil rights movement, who was able to get rid, unfortunately, and I'm not saying that I like government-sanctioned discrimination, not at all, but the rescinding of the Immigration Act of 1965 that allowed this mass immigration, I think that was a mistake. It was absolutely a mistake. But it was because of us that happened. That was a byproduct of the civil rights movement. They come here yet with hatred towards us because they feel that's the easiest way to assimilate into America. The third thing I want to say is when the American economy crashes as we saw with the Great Recession that started underneath George Bush, the second George Bush that was president in the early 2000s, they started going back to their homelands.
Yeah, they did.
They started going back to the homelands. When America economies contracts and it starts to bust, a lot of these immigrants will go back to their homelands, or they will go to another nation. So they don't come here because they love America. They come here just for opportunity. If you truly love a country and you support that country, you stick with that country through their good and their bad. Who has done that more than us? We've stuck with this country, not just through their good, but through their worst. And when they were showing us their worst, because they was directing it all towards us.
Damn right. Damn right. There'd be no USA without FBA. Not Julio, not Sanchez. And then on top of that, brother, a lot of people didn't never knowledge down this whole path, I guess we've been on with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the flying immigrants in. Remember when they got busted flying? We already knew it. Like foundational Black Americans, let's make this clear. I'm going to tell you how it is. Foundational Black Americans, we were the ones that really exposed the illegal migrant crisis. A lot of conservatives just said build the wall. They were very vague with it. Build the wall, build the wall, build the wall. They didn't really get down to the number crunching and seeing these people because they came to our communities the most. So we seen it. Y'all know the math and y'all know the statistics. Out of all of the illegal immigrants, they get dropped off into cities that hold 70% of the Black population. That is designed. But what people don't focus on is that back in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, it was look to the southern border, and you see these people coming in from Venezuela and Mexico and all these different places.
All over. Countries in Africa, Asia,
flying
Europe,
in.
all over.
How did an African get to the border of Mexico?
From
He didn't walk over
Burkina
the walls.
Faso. People from Burkina Faso, the Philippines, people
China.
from Yemen, China, people from the Caribbean, Latin America, of course, people from Ukraine. You have people all over the world who are showing up at the Mexican border. But what we don't focus on is another source of illegal immigration. People who come here as tourists but overstay their tourist visas. And you know what's funny? A lot of these people will turn around and become the biggest anti-Black American bigots. For example, let's look at some of these Mexican Americans in California. Remember, they were in there having a little Jim Crow style meeting, talking about how they were trying to dilute our voting power. And remember, one of the lady that was in there was like, F that guy. He's with the Blacks. It was her and two guys talking about how they wanted to dilute Black voting power. In California, again, the loudest voices against reparations came from some of these Hispanic and Latinos, white Hispanic and Latinos. Then you had that white Hispanic and Latino who in Missouri was saying that if you want reparations, get the F out of America. Then the largest lawsuit in California, again, the largest civil lawsuit in California's history was from Black Americans, freedmen, who were being terrorized and harassed on the job by Hispanics and Latinos. These are the people who come here as immigrants. They love America. If you don't love America, you cannot love America at all. So that's the thanks we get. Some of the worst race riots in American history were done by Italian and Irish immigrants. I'm not saying all immigrants are anti-Black American bigots. What I am saying is that a lot of immigrants that come here legally too and illegally are anti-Black American bigots, and we have to call it out. And I will do that. Brother,
you right there just said more about this migrant crisis than anybody that you're going to see on national TV. But you know what's funny? As we watch Donald Trump say what he says, and you know, I think you can raise your hand to this one too. We are taking full responsibility for the loss of Kamala Harris. Okay, everybody in the chat, if you take full responsibility for Kamala Harris and the Democratic plantation taking the biggest L in modern history, because that was the biggest L. How in the world does a Republican win every form of voting?
The electoral vote, the popular vote, the Senate, and now they're about to probably take the House. I want to say something. Remember Black Lives Matter? Remember that slogan? I can't even stand to say it now because it's not that there aren't good people associated with Black Lives Matter. There are. There's many chapters of Black Lives Matter who do very, very, very good work. I want to say that on record. I've been helped by some of those chapters, but the main chapter is absolutely garbage. Remember, but I can't even say the slogan now because they've sullied it so much. However, I've been seeing on social media some of these people saying, oh, all you N-words who voted for Trump or sat on the couch, when something happens to you, good, you're going to get what you deserve. Don't call me. First of all, anything that can happen to us underneath a Trump administration is happening to us now.
There you go.
Okay? We already have police brutality now. We have poverty now. We have medical neglect now. We have awful schools now. We have violence in our communities now. We have high levels of poverty now. Okay?
Yep.
We have our communities being poisoned now. So what the hell can happen to us underneath a Trump administration that has not been happening to us underneath a Democratic administration for the past 6 years? That's first of all. Second of all, don't you ever say Black Lives Matter if the Black life only matters if they vote the way you want them to vote. Because if that's the case, Black lives do not matter to you. The only thing that mattered to you was that Black vote. You disgusting hypocrite.
Brother, and that's why they've been so shook and so scared. I got some new footage right now of the after effects, the after shot. You know I'm coming with something, brother. You know I'm crazy. This is what's going on right now in the world of the migrants, okay? You know, everybody who comes over here and they want the money from us, they want to take from us, they want to steal our history. You know, Juan Crow, okay? You know the Juan Crow lies that they've been telling? Let me tell you what's happening in the world of Juan Crow, Julio Crow, Sanchez, Fernandez Crow. Let me tell you something what's going on over there, y'all. This right here is how Donald Trump has them. And Donald Trump has them this way because foundational Black Americans sat out this election or weaponized our vote. This is what's happening with Juan Crow now that Donald Trump says you got to go.
6 fucking years. It took us 6 fucking years to get citizenship. I know some people need more time. I know some people don't even ever get citizenship, but we worked so hard for it. She worked so hard for it. I was just we came here because she wanted a better life for us. She wanted a better education for us. She wanted for us to have a better future. And now this is all gonna be taken away because of him. Because that's stupid. Oh my god. Stupid fucking felon. He's a felon. He's a felon. I don't want him here anymore.
He may be a felon, but he's from the United States of America, though.
Yeah, and again, I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back here until he leaves the house. He's ruining my life, her life, and the life of every single immigrant in this country.
And you're going to be living La Vida Loca, and you got to go to Mexico.
So it turns out that there are countries that they've came from are not so bad after all. We were told they were fleeing for their lives. We were told that they must come to America because they go back to their nation. Their lives will be at risk. But she's now saying she's going to leave because the person she wanted to win did not win. So it turns out your homeland is not so bad. You just came to America because you wanted to leech off of it. It also seems when people ask how you going to deport, 11 to 30 million, however many they don't let invade our nation. That's what you do. You make living here. You cut off all these luxuries they've been getting. You make it illegal. You go after the corporations who are hiring them. You go after politicians who are incentivizing this immigration invasion. And they will self-deport like you see her doing.
Brother, are you saying reverse fleeing?
Reverse flee, exactly.
All right, brother, I got to show you this right here because the election came out right here. And adios, amigos. See you on the other side. Catch you later, Miss Sanchez, Fernandez, Estrada. Holla back. This right here, family, was the election. I want everybody to see that. That right there, the red represents Donald Trump, and the blue represents Kamala Harris. You know what strikes me the most about that, brother, is look at California.
I know.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Shameful. It looks like, obviously, that the United States of America as a whole rejected her. It looks like what we've been saying, apparently, brother, as foundational Black Americans, a lot of things that we've been saying, it looks like that is what America as a whole feels. So it's not just what foundational Black Americans have put out in the atmosphere. It seems like it's followed the leader of foundational Black Americans, and now the whole damn country went along and they said that. How do you feel about the election, brother? We done already destroyed all of the fleers. They fleeing back home, reverse migration, reverse immigration. The vote came in. And a lot of times now, family, they trying to play with the numbers. We knew they was going to do that. We knew they was going to do that. They're trying to say this percent, that percent, that percent. You said something great earlier, family. Just because 86% of the vote, black vote, went to Kamala, that doesn't mean it's 86% of the whole damn population of black Americans. Because what we've seen in every major swing state and a couple other places where there was heavy foundational black Americans, she lost. Matter of fact, Donald Trump won in counties that literally have 60 to 70% of the black population in the South. So how do you feel about these numbers coming out? Because what I've seen is she's lost millions of votes, and some of those votes I believe were kind of fraudulent. But if you even cut them in half, she lost millions.
That's still a lot.
Still a lot. How do you feel about those numbers, the real numbers? You're only going to get this on the Black Alpha Network, y'all. If you in here right now, smash the like button. Y'all make sure you subscribe and make sure you guys follow my brother Marcel. How you feel about not just the Democratic plantation going all the way down to the ground, but how do you just feel about the way we performed here?
I am absolutely celebratory right now. First of all, we've been telling them that people are not with this mass immigration, illegal immigration invasion. And they were telling us, oh, only bigots care about that. Only racists care about that. No, that's something we care about as well. And America completely rejected it. We were telling the Democrats that we are demanding a Freeman agenda. We are demanding reparations. And they were telling us not going to happen. And we were telling them that we would either choose Trump to stop this illegal immigration invasion, okay? We would either choose the couch, and we did exactly as we said we would do. That's what happens when you ignore us. And by the way, the 15 to 20 million votes that she did not get, I definitely believe some of them are fraudulent myself. But like you said, even if you took off a significant percentage, it's still a lot of votes that she did not get. That was our people staying home, telling the Democrats, well, since you won't do anything for us, then you won't get the vote from us either. Now,
there they go. There they go. Watch this right here, brother. This right here is them telling us. I always say, if you watch the system of supremacy, they are going to admit every single thing we already know about them. Look at this, and this is for the family. Wow. I want y'all to see the way this turned out in terms of how Trump performed compared to other times and other candidates. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is teaching, scholarship, and commentary. It looks like foundational Black American effect is all in the numbers.
Holy Toledo. All right. Trump gained ground in 49 states and the District of Columbia compared to 2020. I went back to the record books. When was the last time a party gained in so many different places? You have to go all the way back to 1992 when Bill Clinton improved on Michael Dukakis's performance in 49 states plus the District of Columbia. The bottom line is no matter where you look on the map, Kate Baldwin, no matter where you look, Donald Trump was improving on where he did 4 years ago, except for Washington State. It is no wonder that at this particular point, he looks like he's going to be the first Republican to win the popular vote since George W. Bush back in 2004.
And to pull that off, he gained ground with groups that Republicans do not generally count as part of their winning coalition, or it really at all. How much ground did he gain?
Yeah, holy Toledo. It's just like, oh my goodness gracious. These are the types of groups that you would never have thought that Donald Trump would have gained so much support among 8 years ago when he first won against Hillary Clinton. Trump's was the best GOP showing among 18 to 29-year-olds in 20 years. You have to go all the way back to 2004. How about among black voters? It was the best performance for a Republican candidate for president for 48 years since Gerald Ford back in 1976. And among Hispanic voters, the exit polls only go back since 1972. But Donald Trump's performance on Tuesday was the best for a Republican presidential candidate in exit poll history. He literally goes all the way back through history and breaks history. This is what we're talking about, Kate Baldwin. Groups that you never thought that Donald Trump would do well among, even for a Republican candidate, that is what he did. If the 2016 election was about Donald Trump breaking through with white working class voters, this election was about breaking through and going to the Democratic coalition and tearing it apart.
And it was
the Democratic coalition tearing it apart. That sounds a hell of a lot like when I say the Democratic Shield plantation burning down to the ground. They say the same damn things we say, y'all. They just say it in their own way, and we say it in a better way. Those are your numbers right there, you guys. Those are your numbers right there. Now, I think we can all agree that the whole 2020 thing was something else, but cut the 2020 numbers in half. She's still underperformed. Donald Trump does not do the best for a Republican in 48 years unless Kamala Harris didn't do as good for a Democrat in 48 years. Those two things go together. She got 86% of the vote. She lost millions of votes since 2020, and we've all been saying that we sitting on the couch or we weaponizing our vote in the Democratic plantation. We're not going to get it at all. And right now, y'all, they are completely afraid. They running scared. They run and hide. And, Roland had to stop to grab that goddamn chicken real quick, but that's where they are. That's what it is. Brother, how you feel about those numbers, family, and where can we go from here? Where do we establish, family, and how historic is this? How historic is this situation, and where do we go from here politically?
Well, I feel like we are now making people compete to get our support. We still have a lot of work to do, a lot. So I want us to keep educating people that people have to earn our support and let people know how they can earn our support. And I still feel like we can become the people who run for office and who can get people's support. I mean, I put myself out there and did my best, and I feel that hopefully more of us will follow suit. And I think that we have to form our political action committees, which we can have a machine running around the clock, getting out our interests, putting out our agenda, who's lobbying for us, trying to build relationships with these people in office. I feel that we can be educating people around the clock via these organizations. As far as the numbers, taking it backwards, I feel that we need to find those voters who just sat it out, said, you know what, I'm not voting for either one. I feel that the Republican Party, they have an opportunity. Of course, they're going to blow it, but they have a big opportunity to engage the freedmen community, to listen to our concerns and to address them. Because once upon a time, free men did primarily vote Republican, but we left them because we felt that they were taking us for granted. And it seems we're now doing the same with the Democrats. But they have an opportunity, again, to address our needs, and they tend to fail all the time. We'll see what they do. And I'll say what I said in the beginning. We need to try to reach out to Trump and Trump's staff. Keep pushing our needs with them too.
Brother, that's a damn good point. Absolutely. It is monumental where we are right now. Shout out to you, brother, because there's no coincidence. I was just saying this to somebody the other day. I said there's no coincidence that at the same very exact election where you see a new era being birthed of politically smooth and politically savvy Black Americans, we had you jump off the couch and go jump on in, family, and put in work. And I believe that you running and you really put in the forefront and trailblazing in the Black grassroots, and a lot of people watching that and getting behind you, I believe that connected to the grassroots, and the grassroots connected to Kamala Harris and the Democratic plantation losing. You may not give yourself that credit, but I'm going to do it for you, brother, because you know how we get out.
Thank you.
So it's no coincidence that you see the Democrats fail at the same time where someone like you is out here really putting grassroots candidates on the damn ticket. Those two things don't happen simultaneously. One didn't happen in 92 and the other in 2024. One didn't happen in 1996 and the other one happened in 2011. They happen simultaneous for a reason. So it's that energy. I also believe that the way they try to play me and you in Columbia, South Carolina on King's Day, that people heard all the way about on the West Coast, I believe that played a role in it. So it's everything all together. Everything is interconnected. I don't believe Gavin Newsom is going to do good. I think we are canceling him out for the way he did our brothers and sisters out there. And it's just us interconnected and building, brother. But a lot of people want to know, family, where you at now, family? What's your next plans? What's your next steps? What you got on the agenda? Because you know everybody love you, brother. It's a certified thing.
I want to tell people that I'm exploring some other options. I don't know about running for office again, but or at least not soon. But I'm not sure about that. But definitely, one, I'm still going to be pushing my anti-mass immigration agenda. Okay? I'm not necessarily anti-immigration, but I am anti-mass immigration. I'm completely anti-illegal immigration. And I'm anti-legal immigration that gets out of control. So I'm working with an organization called Numbers USA, which that's all their focus on. And one, they have the department within the organization that focuses completely on how mass immigration hurts the Black American, not Black community, but the Black American, the freedman community. Their head of community outreach is a freedman man, and he and I work very closely together. So I'm going to work with him. Number two, I spoke with a member, well, he's going to soon be a member of Trump's staff, Kareem Lanier, who I've mentioned, and he understands the moral argument about status. He gets all of that. His confusion is, how does it look? Like, how does it look for us to verify someone's freedman status? He has given us some directions on how we need to present our case to people in office, and I'm going to take his direction. So I'm working with people like Naheem, where I know some people have issues with Naheem. We all gonna have issues with each other. It's just how we are. My campaign manager, Osric Pratt, Josh, Ali, who are of Betta Power, we're working together to kind of formalize, to do what they call means testing of how it can look. So when we go to people in office, we already have a model that they can implement, because politicians want to not work. They want to do something the easiest way possible. So if you come with them with something that's already been tried and tested, they're more likely to adopt it. So that's the advice Kareem Lanier gave, and we want to work on that. So that's two, working on how we can come up with a model for lineage verification that we can take to people in office. Number three, trying to form a voting bloc. Okay, get our people more organized where we have a similar language across the board. That we are doing already. Thanks to people like you, Tariq, we are really doing that. I just want to be a bit more formalized. We're working on that. And number four, we do need a political action committee for educational purposes and lobbying purposes. I know that it's unfair that we have to do those things because they know our needs already, but I want to make sure they cannot escape us. Until they do right by us, they will never escape us.
Man, damn good, brother. I like that. Everything you're doing, again, just like you getting in and running a real grassroots. I won't say it's the first time, brother. It's the first time in a long time that a real grassroots candidate came in and really, put it down. I'm seeing a lot of things brothers and sisters are saying in the chat. They said you lit a lot of fires. You sparked a lot of the Brain Trust family, and you know what I'm saying, basically signal boosted a lot of things. One thing I definitely want to tell y'all, and I want to say this to everybody in the chat, and I'm going to say this to you too, Marcel. Let's go for everybody in here. How many of y'all in 2028 would vote right here for this team right there? Would y'all vote for that right there, y'all? How about it? Would y'all vote for a ticket? Can I get some 100s, y'all? Y'all know I love my 100s. In 2028, would y'all vote for that ticket right there, family? A Marcel Alpha ticket, grassroots on the FBA party, on the certified party. Would y'all vote for that right there? If you would, let me see them 100s in the chat. I'll tell you what, I know we're going to leave with a back. I know we won't be beeping all over the goddamn.
Nope, absolutely not.
Much love and respect. All right, brother. Man, absolutely, family. It was 100. I see all the damn 100s. Appreciate that, family. Hey, but it was good, chopping it up with you, brother. You already know. Continue doing all the work you're doing, family. You already know Foundational Black Americans get behind you. I'll say, man, there's a lot of people in this movement. There's probably like 5 people that are like beloved, family. Beloved.
Thank you.
I've been to D.C. with you, family. All my people in Ohio know you, family. We stay 30 minutes away from each other, brother. So anytime you need me, man, hit me up, brother. We're going to go to work. We're going to continue to roast them. And I got to ask you this question. Have you thanked a union member today, brother?
Yeah, I've been thanking union members since Tuesday. Yep, absolutely. I'm going to thank you for having me.
Certified salute, man. Stay good, brother. I'm going to hit you up.
You take care.
All right, brother. Much respect, man. That's our good brother, Marcel. That don't sound too bad, man. You know what I'm saying? We stay down south, man. You know what I'm saying? Marcel, Black Alpha, 2028. Give us about 4 years to put it together. You know what I'm saying? There's a particular somebody out there that's always telling me I need to run for office. You know what I'm saying? My dad told me that, actually. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows? Stay tuned, man. You never know what to go on, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to foundational Black Americans, man. We in the building and we in the place. Ballers gonna ball and them goddamn haters gonna hate. But y'all know it's FBA Friday, and I hope y'all don't think that we done right here, y'all. I hope y'all don't think that we done. We just get started, y'all. We about to go ahead and cook some more because we broke down everything in terms of immigration. We broke down everything in terms of Donald Trump making Julio want to go Julio home, okay? Now it's time to get to roasting because I've been seeing a lot of people talking reckless, and we want to know, have they been out here thanking union members? You know what I'm saying? Have you thanked the union member? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that they need to thank foundational Black Americans because of us, you won't see Kamala Harris anymore. Is her career over, y'all? People been asking that question. They said, what's next for Kamala? I think what's next for Kamala is Bombay, India, or maybe Jamaica, okay? Or maybe Canada, okay? Maybe that. But I want to ask this question. Is it a wrap for her? Is thanking the union members the thing, family? Because foundational Black Americans done did that. And have y'all been enjoying the meltdowns? We sat here on election night and we predicted the whole thing. We had the best election coverage. We broke the news as it occurred as a family. And then after that, next thing you seen was you seen these liberals out here crying, hurt, broke, all the way goddamn down. And I said it. I said it that night. I said, let me tell you something. If Donald Trump wins the election, I'm going to be on petty 1,000 times. And I know, because I've been seeing y'all on social media, y'all been seeing every single shield that's been disrespected, and y'all been regulating them. They not going to see the end. I had regulating Democratic Shield day 1, day 2, and now we on day 3. How is that unemployed office doing for y'all? We going to find out. We going to find out. So, let's go ahead and go there. This is the energy that we got. This is the energy that they running from.
I think that she should have made this speech on election night. She had at Howard University, her alma mater, a crowd of, I believe it was up to 10,000 people who waited until midnight for her to show up, only for her to send somebody from her campaign to say that she wasn't going to make it. I think that was absolutely ridiculous and inexcusable and a complete disrespect to all of the people who had gathered there and who had waited there and who had supported her. And if you ask my opinion, that says a lot about her character, because I don't think that she would have had any problem showing up if she was going to be declared the winner. But the reason she didn't show up is because the election was not going her way. And if you ask me, that is the behavior of a spoiled brat. That is not the behavior of a middle-class American who's had to work so hard to get to where they are. That is the behavior of a spoiled, pompous princess. And that is how she acted. Now, I had one of my relatives who disagreed with me and said that it's okay that she didn't show up to the party. She was disappointed. She needed time to process the information or to process the fact that she lost. To me, none of that matters. She should have shown up. This was a party held in her honor. 10,000 people assembled. People sitting outside waiting for her for hours and hours to show up. She could have showed up even if she only stayed for 5 minutes. And this is what I'm talking about. You cannot give her a free pass. She is running for president just like any man who would be running for president. And if a man behaved like that, you wouldn't like that kind of behavior. So it's not okay if a woman behaves like that.
Damn. Checkmate 100 times. That right there is what we've been saying. And that sister, I don't know who she is, but she's been regulating Kamala from the very beginning. The Democrats are done, okay? Now it's just time for us to go ahead and completely regulate them, check them, and, be a little extra petty on it. That's what's been happening. Y'all been seeing these folks having breakdowns, y'all? Let's go there. Right now, family, we're going to talk about how they are like a lost dog. They don't know where to go. They out here yelling. They out here screaming. I'm talking about the W ones, and I'm talking about the black ones. They are not going to come out here and not hold this L. You going to hold this damn L. And we handing these L's out. Let me tell y'all something, okay? When it comes to the Democrats, we remember every single insult. We remember every single false statement. All the things they were saying. We was quiet. We was peaceful. We were just listening. We said, oh, you said that? Okay, cool. Okay, what else? Okay, Simple Simon? Okay, cool. We was waiting on election day. Y'all know foundational Black Americans, family. We don't forget nothing. We see and we hear it all. And we have been regulating them. They shutting down their accounts. They done went zero dark 30. They off the grid. They copping pleas. They running and hiding. They jumping off the damn plantation. They jumping over the damn fence. This is what we got them doing. Y'all tell me right now y'all don't see Leonardo Main running. You see Leonardo Main? Leonardo Main is copping super pleas. Yes, he is. I know y'all see that right there. You see Holland running? Where DL Hughley been at? DL, where you been, homie? Where you been, DL Hughley? Because remember, you had a whole lot to say about Miss Janet Jackson. So my question is, where are you right now? Somebody find them, all right? We need to go ahead and put out a search warrant. Can somebody find the Democratic Shields? Last time we seen Michael Erica Dyson, he was sliding in the Snow Bunny's DMs. You don't see him. What happened to the love letter? What happened? Joyless Reed, where you's been? Okay, I know the lace front is way on the back of the neck, all right? But where are you at? Nah, we petty. We gonna regulate. We gonna clown y'all because you deserve it. And family, this has been their worst nightmare. They came at FBA, including our good sister, Janet Jackson, who ain't apologized for nothing. And now we are regulating them. So you better thanks the unions, member, okay? And most importantly, you better get y'all passports and go right on back to India because you can't come around foundational Black Americans no damn more. Watch these meltdowns, family, and enjoy the show.
How did we get here? What in the Alice in Wonderland nightmares is going on right now?
All I can say is how fucking dare you?
If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
Senate race. It's not going to happen. Go Kamala.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you.
How the fuck is this still happening? All I've ever known politically is hatred.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your...
This is real, y'all. This ain't fake. These are Democratic tears. Enjoy the show.
Father and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
I'm sorry to all my friends who are Trump supporters. I don't understand how scared of this man I am. If this guy does end up winning again, all of the people who voted for him will be happy and they'll just be celebrating. And everyone else, everyone who feels threatened by him is fucking scared. We're scared for our lives. We're scared for our friends.
How dare you put this man into office for another 4 years, knowing damn well what it means for our country, what it means for us as a people.
To know that there is that much ignorance and that much hate in this country, it's so terrifying. It's so terrifying.
How the fuck are we back in this same situation again? Who the fuck is voting for him? Genuinely.
Fuck you. I don't want to hear about how shitty your life gets under his policies. Live with that decision. Sit with it.
Boy, them Coke bottles is mad, ain't they? She got the Coke bottles. I'm just mad. How dare you, you bastards? How dare you vote for this man? How dare you ever? Oh, no. We ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. We out here. We on one. A party ain't a party if we don't come. That ain't the only ones, family. That was on the Mayo side of town. Remember, a lot of people had a lot of things to say about certified foundational Black Americans, and we remember every single one of them. So right here, I got another person. Oh, go ahead, chill, get your popcorn. FBA Friday night. We just had the biggest political victory in American history, and it was all because of foundational Black Americans. Everything that we said in this chat has came true. Every single thing that we said in the streets have came true. Every forecast and every prediction has came true. And now America has to hold this L and foundational Black Americans are watching the show the whole damn time. So we gonna show even more. Y'all remember this individual right here? I'm gonna show y'all a person, okay? Because we going down the whole list. We gonna go down every shield. I done got the whole G-check list ready, y'all. So y'all sit back, and if you got a suggestion, let me know, and we gonna go ahead and roast every goddamn body. We not only gonna win, we gonna brag about it, okay? We're not only gonna win, we gonna hurt their damn feelings. We're not only gonna win, we're gonna make their lives a living H-E-double-L. Why? It's because you deserve it. Don't ever F with FBA. What I say, family? Why they get these FBA started? Because we gonna finish it. Y'all ever see this individual right here? This person hangs out with Roland Martin. They go by the name of, I think her name is Reese Colbert or Reese Baldbert. Yeah, remember this one right here? We played a clip of her a few months ago. Yeah, where she was talking on C-SPAN and she was disrespecting some guy. She was saying, oh, that's just misinformation. You don't know what you're talking about. Hold on now. Okay, hold on now. Let's show what's happening. Let's show them jumping off of the Democratic plantation. Let's frame this very well before we get to roasting and G-checking. Okay. This is her right here. You know what I'm saying? Her plantation. And, you know, Roland was gone. Roland had to get first. You see, Roland had to stop and get a plate real quick. You know what I'm saying? He had to stop and get a plate real quick. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. He couldn't leave without that damn plate, but that's another thing. There's a whole lot of other people. You see it coming down. You see it crashing, right? Y'all see all that. Well, I'm going to show y'all what ended up happening in turn of why they fell down and why they can't go no damn where, and why foundational Black Americans as a lineage, a heritage, and a culture has the top game on them. This was her right here. Really, really upset. Watch this.
Smoke is not so much for them because Republicans gonna do it. They always vote, and they ain't got to be begged like the whiny Democrats have to be begged to vote. They do what they're supposed to do. So that's baked into the cake. My smoke is for the 10 plus or whatever the final number ends up being, Biden voters that stay the home. You saw what fucking Donald Trump did his 4 years in office. You voted him. You seen him become more and more unhinged, and you said, whatever happens, happens. F you. This isn't some realignment of the country. Donald Trump did not get more votes this time than he did in 2020. What it is it's a disease of apathy in this country, a disease of letting disinformation win, of people not having knowledge, and of people not fucking paying attention to the issues, because all of the economic analysis said that Donald Trump is going to make this country worse. So here's what it is. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be on MAGA's head, especially that database. I'm going to be on all you non-voters because whatever the fuck happens is what y'all ask for. When you're getting deported, when your prices is going up, when your healthcare is going away, this is what you ask for. So I don't want to hear.
Damn, are you big mad, Nobert? Damn, are you upset? Did your plantation give you an eviction notice? All right, did they pack your stuff and put it on the curb like Black Alpha been saying was going to happen? Is that what went on with you? Matter of fact, didn't you block me? I think you did block me, okay? And I don't even know who you were. I didn't know who she was until she blocked me, okay? Are you upset right now? Did things not go good? Did you think you was going to disrespect us with no type of clapback? You done got the clapback and now you're a little upset about it. But this is funny though, because remember this. Look at that energy right there, y'all. Look at that. This is what's happening with these folks. But remember this energy right here?
Caller said that she is talking too much about race, and then she said that she never marketed herself as a particular race. Listen, Vice President Kamala Harris is a Black woman. She has been very clear on that. She said it in the montage at the DNC.
She's Black because she said it. Vice President Kamala Harris is Black because she said it. This is what she was saying just a few months ago.
Kamala Harris is a Black woman. She has been very clear on that. She said it in the montage at the DNC that she's a Black woman. She talked about it in her book. And so there's no question about her identity. But what I will tell you this is about.
No question about her identity, and she said it on stage. So all you got to do is just get on stage and say I'm Black, and that makes you Black. This was the energy. This was the shield energy. How come you don't have that energy today? How come you cussing now? You was trying to play sweet. Well, you know, just on stage and everything is so great and kind. But you ain't talking like that now.
The number one way that Vice President Kamala Harris has been attacked throughout from her first campaign until now is on the issue of race and trying to drive a wedge between her and the Black community, because people have made the calculation that they think that Black voters are voting on identity alone as opposed to policies. And that may be the case for Trump voters that seem to have some sort of hang up with Vice President Kamala Harris's racial makeup, or maybe they feel like she's saying it too much or not enough. I don't know. They keep contradicting themselves. But that's a tactic that's just not going to work. And so Vice President Kamala Harris is a Black woman. She's of South Asian descent. She's never marketed herself as anything other than a qualified person for any position that she's run for.
There you go. She just contradicted what she said in the car. You heard what she just said right there, right? You just seen that. Just right there, she said it's Trump supporters who are the problem. That's funny because right here in the car, where she crying in the car, she starts off and says she ain't got no problem with Trump supporters. It's the Democratic people who didn't vote.
Smoke is not so much for them because Republicans gonna do what they always vote, and they ain't got to be begged like the whiny Democrats have to be begged to vote. They do what they're supposed to do. So that's baked into the cake. My smoke is for the 10 plus.
Wait a minute. Now you saying that you upset with the Democrats. Which one is it? You said that it was cool that all them other people did what they did, but just a few months ago you were saying that ain't a problem. Sounds like you're flip-flopping because you got the eviction notice. This is eviction talk, okay? This is unemployment office talk. This is when you don't have a job. This is when you thought you had a spot in the administration, but you're seeing that the administration ain't administering a position for you. You get to going in your car. She can't even go anywhere else. She in the car. You know why? Because the studio has a bunch of boxes in it. She went into the studio and she seen a bunch of boxes with all of her little picture frames. It was all there, all her paperwork. It was all loaded up and put on the corner. And that's why.
So whatever the final number ends up being, Biden voters that stay the home. You saw what fucking Donald Trump did his 4 years in office. You voted him. You've seen him become more and more unhinged. And you said, whatever happens, happens.
Yep. Whatever happens to the plantation, happened to the plantation. Sorry, that's just what it is. Yeah, receipts. Got receipts on them in 2 minutes because they too easy. Too damn easy. But, you know, it really wouldn't be Black Alpha unless I showed y'all this. So I want to show y'all this right here. You know what I'm saying? About particular individuals. You know what I'm saying? And this has came to strike me because a lot of people was looking and they was like, yo, can you find me any evidence of what's going on with her? Because I was really shocked. I was like, hold on. Because I remember all the misinformation. Y'all know that's just misinformation. That's just misinformation. You don't know what you're talking about. You just a non-voter. I remember that, okay? And now you're cussing. You're upset. You're big mad. You only get big mad when you got to hold an L. You only get upset when you're losing. Winners don't get upset. Losers do. So the fact is that you thought you was this close to getting a position with Kamala Harris. You thought you was going to disrespect foundational Black Americans, and then it all turned up on you in a few hours. Damn. Check this out, though. I ended up attaining one of those boxes that I said when she walked into the studio, and she had those boxes, and somebody packed all her stuff, because they packing their stuff up now. I'm telling y'all. They all got about 2 months. They got a notice that said, by Inauguration Day, you better have your stuff in the street, or we putting it out there for you. So I found one of those boxes and one of those picture frames, and I found out her name is not Reese Colbert. I found out her name is Reese Baldbert. That's what I found out. I didn't know that, though. This is what came to me. This was attention that came to myself, y'all. This is what it is. So I'm sorry. We did not know this until recently. Okay, we found out about Reese recently and found out she will be on the street because she cannot compete. Okay, so remember that next time you get to talking about certified foundational Black Americans. The Democratic Shield plantation is gone and it ain't coming back, which means you will be on that corner dealing with all of it. Why? Because we are FBA and we say so. I never thought somebody would have me thinking that Joy Reid got a head full of hair. Never thought it, didn't thunk it, y'all. At all. So y'all say, what up, dog? To Reese, no Bert, Bald Bert, because you won't be seeing that individual. No damn more. Sorry. Goodbye. We'll see you later. Peace out, Reese's. Holla. You tell Holland Martin I said what up. Okay? We are all employed. You guys are unemployed, and that is your problem. So have a great one. Certified foundational Black Americans. You lose when you come against us. You already lost. You just didn't know it until Tuesday. But, you know, being who we are, we'll make sure that you do know. Oh, yes. And I am a Leo. I seen it in the chat, and we get extra petty. Certified. Who else y'all want? Let's go. We here. Let's go. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go down the list. I got the perfect person. Let me find this right individual, okay? Let's go there, okay? We already showed y'all Reese Nobert, all right? Okay. We showed y'all, you know what I'm saying? The hair ain't herring, but that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. That's all right. We gonna take flight. Let's go there. There's another person. Oh, man, this individual was talking reckless about foundational Black Americans. And we said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're going to have a nice little talking to about this individual. Yes, we are. So let me go ahead and see this person. I could have waited, you know what I'm saying? But we got to get right to it. You know, there's no time to waste. This is day number 3 of regulating and G-checking. And we need to go ahead and get the proper suspects on business. Because remember, every day we woke up to one of these people talking crazy to us. They was out here saying, man, y'all don't want to vote? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all's is wrong. Well, let's show everybody what it really is. If I told y'all that there's a very, very little guy that's a Democratic shield, all right? And he ain't sold a record since 2002. He's a very, very little dude, little guy. I'm talking about maybe the size of this phone. If I told you guys that, I told you I'm being petty today. Told you. Let's go. Thank a union member. We thanking union members. I'm thanking union members right now. Okay. I'm thanking you. This is our version of thanking a union member. Okay. They were all a part of the Democratic Shield union. So we thanking them. Okay. This is what we doing. So thanking the union member. This is what we doing right now. Oh my God. You guys already found out. I ain't even getting the whole word out. I said, there's a very and y'all already knew I was talking about short guy out there. Okay. Let me show y'all this right here. Since we talking about changing the energy, all right, let's thank a union member. Okay, y'all remember this right here? Remember this? Remember Plies? This is Plies on election day, y'all. This is him on election day. This is election Plies. This is what this man said. He said he felt like he came out of church. It was all good when he thought he was going to come home. He thought he was going to see Kamala won, and he was going to run to the internet and start talking about us. But something bad happened on the process. Go ahead, Plies. This is you before election. How are you feeling, little buddy?
Hey, I just did it. Well, I feel like I just got out of church, dude. You know how you feel when you just ooh-wee, bitch, I put my stick on it.
Did he just ooh-wee? Ooh-wee! Wee! That's how he sound when he on the swings. That's how he sound on the swings, family, when his brother's pushing him. Wee! We busted, baby! Uh-huh.
Wee, bitch, I put my stick on it. I just did it, bitch. Wee, bitch, I put my bitch,
wee, push me higher, push me higher, kick your legs, Plies.
Put my stick on it. I just did it, bitch. Right there. Wait, where my heart at? Yeah, my heart right there. Bitch, I feel like I just got out of church. I did it. Bitch, I did it. Hey, baby, listen. What it feel good. Boy, I'm telling you, Granny, I already know you up there. You up there cooking on Altair. I already know you cooking on Altair. Hey, Granny. I went in there and did it, Granny.
Is this English? Is this man speaking English? Kamala Harris, Granny. What is going on here, y'all? Let's go ahead and thank us a Democratic Shield union member. Hold on. That was him then. Let me just slowly go down. Uh-oh. Look at it, family. Hold on. In 24 hours, this is what happens when that FBA effect starts kicking in. This is what happens when that L is kicking in. This is what happens when you find out that you've been auditioning to be on the Democratic plantation and you went there and they don't want your services no more. Now look, is he sitting there saying, Granny, the oxtail, Kamala Harris, put me on the swing? Is he saying that now? Is he talking about busting, baby? Let's see.
Yo, definitely want to jump on here real quick, man, and check on y'all and make sure that y'all was good.
Check on us. We GOOD good. We want to check on you. Are you okay? We want to thank a Democratic Shield Union member.
Make sure that y'all was okay. Don't know if y'all can even see my arms, but if I could hug each and every one of y'all who needed a hug right now, man, it just...
If he could hug everybody, he'd have to get on 5 step ladders. Listen, let's translate it, y'all. Okay, he said, I don't know if y'all can see my arms. We can't see your legs. All right? And if we want to see you hug somebody, you would have to get on a trampoline and do your biggest bounce.
Just make sure that y'all was okay. Don't know if y'all can even see my arms, but if I could hug each and every one of y'all who needed a hug right now, man, and just let you put your head on my shoulder and just get off what you want to get off. God knows I would.
Pause? Hey, can I get some pauses in the chat? That was the pause of the century. Listen what this man just said. Listen.
Just let you put your head on my shoulder and just get off what you want. Let you put your head on my shoulder and just get off what you want to get. Let you put your head on my shoulder. Let you put your head on my shoulder and just get off what you want to get. Just get off what you want to just get off what you want to get. Man, and just let you put your head on my shoulder and just get off what you want to get off. God knows I would. I was just thinking to myself, man, I wish I had something big enough that I could invite whoever wanted to come.
What? Pause. I need more pauses in the chat. What did he just say? If the first pause wasn't bad enough, listen to this, y'all. I'm questioning you now. Plies, I was already questioning some things about your partner. Listen to this.
I was just thinking to myself, man, I wish I had something big enough that I could invite whoever wanted to come. I had something big enough that I could invite whoever wanted to come. Whoever wanted to come. Whoever wanted to come. I wish I had something big enough that I could invite whoever wanted to come. Just
Plies, hey, y'all know what Plies is doing. Hold on, what y'all saying? No Diddy. No Diddy. No Daddy. No Puff. What the hell is this man talking? Oh, I get it. Plies sees that the Democratic plantation is going down, so now he's trying to get on the Skittles bag plantation. Y'all see? Whoa. Didn't we say that? We said that, y'all. We said they jumped from one plantation to the next. He knows Kamala Harris is gone, or Kamala Harris, he knows she done. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to jump immediately onto the Starburst community plantation. That's why he's throwing out all those no Diddy statements. He no Diddy in every damn where. Okay, I just wish I had something, big enough. What? Nah, we was questioning you for a minute there, Plaz. Let's keep it real. We was questioning you because we know that when the West Coast boys pressed you, you went into the bathroom for about an hour and a half. Okay, now I'm wondering what was happening in the back. Did he tampon Tim? That's what it was. He tampon Timmed in the bathroom. He was the bathroom goon, tampon Timming, jumping on the Starburst, the Skittles bag, the fruit by the foot plantation. Oh, Ply's trying to get in anywhere he can. Oh, he's trying to get in any damn where he can. You've been exposed, Plaz. Yeah, taste the rainbow. Plaz, it's bad for you out here in these streets, homie.
So, man, I wish I had something big enough that I could invite whoever wanted to come, just to sit around and do nothing and just check on each other and make sure that each other was good and everybody was holding up okay. I don't never watch the election night. I always catch it the following morning.
Man, quit lying. You was watching that all damn night, seeing if you was gonna get a job. Quit playing with us, homie.
At least I did.
Hey, 69 God.
Last election and this one. So I'm pretty much getting the information that a lot of y'all probably had last night, probably a little over an hour ago. And just was kind of processing a little bit of the information to me, and definitely want to jump on here and let y'all know, just because the person that you felt should have won didn't make it across the finish line, don't for a second allow yourself to question your beliefs and what it is that you stand for.
And you stand for about 3'7" on a good day with high heels, okay? With high heels on, okay? Stop playing, homeboy. Stop playing. And by the way, did he just do a Kamala? Did he just do I think you back? You better think it, union member. He completely changed. 1 minute he's talking about Granny, Kamala Harris, and all this. And now he's talking about don't allow them to not know the way you feel is so potentially important to what you want to accomplish. Plies done did a change all over the place. Family, this is what happens when you can't sell no damn records. This is what happens when you think you're heavy out here in these damn streets. This is what happens, family, when you have not gained an inch since kindergarten. You start talking that way. But since y'all know I do a lot of extensive research, when I went to that Democratic plantation, because I'm telling y'all now, one more time. The Democratic plantation started doing this right here, okay? A lot of them right there, they went in and they thought that there would be some type of access. They thought they would have things available. And a lot of their stuff was packed up, all right? They done brought in all the damn trucks, all the moving trucks. They was packing them up. They was putting their stuff in boxes. And I was able to attain a couple photos. The same way I found Reese Noberts, I found those photos of her. We found some pictures that Plies had because Plies thought he was getting in on the administration. He got there was a pink slip, an eviction notice. He got kicked out. So I found a picture of Plies that he had boxed up. And I said, how y'all gonna throw this out in the street? That man got a family. How you gonna do that to Plies? All right? Plies has a family. Don't box his stuff up and throw it away. That's wrong now. Listen, y'all. Black Alpha, I get petty now, but I don't want to see nobody get evicted and thrown out in the street and you start boxing up all their belongings and throwing it in the trash can. I tried to get a hold of Plies, you know what I'm saying? But I heard that he was hanging out with some of Diddy's people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I couldn't get a hold of him, but I'll see if I can. But Plies, if you listen, I got a picture of you that they were going to box up. I guess they took it off the wall and what you thought was going to be your office and they put it in a box. But I do have a picture, family. I want you to come out here and get it, you know what I'm saying? And check it out, family. But I didn't want to have to show this in the air, but, you know, I'm a journalist, so I got to show my people. But this was Plies right here. This was a picture that Plies had that they were going to box up when the Democratic plantation was being closed down and throw it away. So here it is right here, you guys. This is apparently Plies and one of his ex-ladies, I guess. I don't know. But this was it right there, y'all. This was for Plies. That's it right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Plies had a picture, you know what I'm saying, with a lady. You know what I'm saying? And I said, come on now. Come on. Y'all can't do that to that man. Let that man feel that he's out here winning in the world. He just took a massive L from foundational Black Americans. Yep, he was hanging out with the diddler. You know what I'm saying? So he's not answering his phone calls right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to hang out with the diddler, but so he couldn't really get like that there. You know what I'm saying? So that was Plies right there, you know, hanging out. He didn't really have nowhere to go right now. You know what I'm saying? So I said, Plies, if you're watching, bro, I got some of those photos that they was going to throw away. I got the same ones with Reese Nobert. And if you guys want to get your belongings, go ahead and holler at 1-900 Foundational Black Americans G-Check. You can get them right now, right here, for free. That part. Who run it, homie? FBA Friday. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I'm feeling 100% because we called what was going to happen. We said that the Democratic plantation was on its way down, and it is. There's nothing better, family, than calling your shot. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing better. And the only thing better than that is that if you have one picture, but two pictures are better. And I actually have two pictures. There was two pictures. Plies had these up on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So there you go right there. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Yeah, take that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So y'all see that right there? They go Plies. There he is, man. That was him right there with his busted baby. Okay, now who was getting busted is, you know, that's up for interpretation. But what we do know is that throughout the nation, foundational Black Americans been doing some regulating. And the first ones to go were the Democratic shields. Why? Because we said so. So again, it would only be right that right now I make sure everyone sees that I got to say this right here. Checkmate, 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 homie. There it is. There they go. Oh, yeah, family. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope nobody thought that they was going to disrespect my lineage, heritage, and culture, and we weren't going to clap back. No. Ain't no way. See, the disrespect was crazy out here in the streets, and they didn't just lose. Man, they got mollywopped. Kamala Harris literally got destroyed. She ain't even around anymore. She just, I'm out. I'm gone. I don't want to be around y'all no more. So that's what she did. So she got to run it, you know what I'm saying, got to hide it, and, you know, everybody's going to get that work, including her. That's what it is. They really thought they was going to disrespect us, family. You disrespected Janet Jackson. I'm going to tell you like this. Janet is a very soft-spoken, quiet individual. Janet was not going to do the clapbacking for all the disrespect that they did towards her and her whole family. Because remember, it started off with Janet, and then next thing you know, they was talking about Michael Jackson. They was talking about her brother that just passed away. They were literally taking a statement that Janet made that really wasn't wrong, and she said it respectfully. They took that whole statement and just started bashing the Jacksons. You know, every year they make 5 documentaries about Michael Jackson's case that has been proven that it was all a witch hunt. Well, they just turned that into a main thing. They damn near try to make a Surviving Janet Jackson documentary, okay? So since Janet Jackson is so soft-spoken, Black Alpha is not soft-spoken, and neither are none of y'all. So we roll for Janet, and we remember how they treated Janet, so we gonna go ahead and continue to regulate. It don't just stop with the election, because they weren't doing the disrespecting just for one election cycle. They've been doing it for the longest amount of time. So therefore, we're going to regulate all the way across the board. They know they got served. They know they holding that L. They know they embarrassed. And they can't show their face nowhere, y'all. But Foundational Black Americans, we're going to walk they ass down wherever they go. So now they're in shambles, y'all. Absolutely. They're in shambles right now. The Democrats don't know what to do. And they're really afraid because it was all good just a week ago. We're messing a lot of things up. They don't know at all what's going to end up happening with the next election, and the next election, and the next election. So that's the beautiful thing. We always talk about having that party on the ropes. We always talk about them not really winning and how Foundational Black Americans can put pressure on them. I'm loving it so much right now, y'all, because we made it clear that Foundational Black Americans, we are going to put political pressure on these people, and they will lose. Once we start doing that, they have no choice other than, as we say, to fall all the way back. There was an individual out there that was saying a lot of things. See, now what they're trying to do, the people who can't accept, see, they can't go through grief. Grief, they'll start coming up with other things. Do y'all know they out here now trying to say Joe Biden should select Kamala Harris as a Supreme Court judge? Really? Let me tell y'all about Joe Biden. Joe Biden doesn't like Kamala Harris. Did y'all see Joe Biden this week? Joe Biden came out there and gave a speech, and he sounded like he was praising Donald Trump, same way he put on the MAGA hat, right? Well, let me show y'all something that done came out. Did y'all see Broken Buck Car Sellers? Did y'all see him come out? Let me show y'all this. He's out here now saying, I'm going to still try to stay in good graces with Kamala, and let me see if I can try to get her a position in the Supreme Court. Family, these people going to shield to the end. And Foundational Black Americans just going to speed up the process. Watch this.
Liberal. And so I hope that Joe Biden makes the next 10 weeks.
By the way, fair use. Hold on. Hold. We in here. Fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, research, and commentary. Fair use. Watch them trying to hang on for hope, y'all. But all hope is gone. Up with hope, down with dope.
As consequential as he can. I don't care about drawing outside the lines or what Republicans may think about it. This is within your purview. You can actually do it, and you should do it. And, one more thing, John, is you have a hell of a vice president right there who has a legal pedigree to sit on the Supreme Court, and let Republicans go crazy and hate. I'm even mentioning that option.
Are you floating? This is 7:39 a.m. on the East Coast. Did Bakari Sellers just float Vice President Kamala Harris as a potential Supreme Court nominee?
Not only am I floating it, but I want to stir up everything. I want people's heads to explode this morning, so we go into the weekend just knowing that the chaos is not ended just yet. Liberal. And so I hope that Joe Biden makes the next 10 weeks as consequential as he can. I don't care about drawing outside the lines or what Republicans may think about it. This is within your purview. You can actually do it, and you should do it. And, one more thing, John, is you have a hell of a vice president right there who has a legal pedigree to sit on the Supreme Court, and let Republicans go crazy and hate. I'm even mentioning that option.
Man, family, ain't nobody listening to Broken Buck Car Sellers. Kamala Harris is not going to be selected to be on the Supreme Court. That is this man trying to stay in good favor. This man is trying to get on the train. It's over. It's gone. I want y'all to notice the delusion of these people. I want y'all to see that they don't care at all. No type of shame in shameless people. Because what you've come to find out is that through everything they're saying right now and everything that they think they got going, Kamala Harris's career is a wrap. Kamala Harris's career is done. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can save Kamala Harris at this point. How do you know nobody can save Kamala Harris at this point, y'all? Because even Joe Biden somehow, don't ask me how, Joe Biden has damn near came to some senses. A lot of people are wondering, how did Joe Biden come to his senses? Because, you know, Joe's been kind of lost lately, not knowing what year it was, not knowing what time it was, kind of just confused in a perpetual state of, I don't know where the hell I am. Well, some pictures have came out lately, and Joe Biden is out here, y'all, looking like he's living his best damn life. Have y'all seen him? Look at this right here. Tell me this. Did Joe Biden enjoy the fact that Kamala Harris lost? Look at Joe Biden the other day. This was Joe Biden saying that Kamala Harris lost and that Donald Trump is going to have a peaceful transition. Haven't a lot of us been walking around here saying that Joe Biden low-key was angry that they did a coup on him? Joe Biden wanted to win. Joe Biden wanted to be the president. He wanted to have a chance. Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama, they formed a coup against Joe Biden. And Joe Biden, only reason that he endorsed Kamala was so he can throw a wrench in the political system with the Democratic establishment. Everybody knows it. Now, y'all, they're pointing fingers. Word on the streets is that the Kamala Harris campaign is blaming Joe Biden for losing. And Joe Biden at the same time is saying, nah. Family, when was the last time you seen Joe? Look, yeah, you ain't lying. He looked 10 years younger. This man somehow came to his senses, and he may not know what day it is, what time it is, what year it is, but he know that he's still mad at Kamala Harris. Let me show y'all something. Y'all think that's bad? Watch this video I'm about to show y'all. Tell me that Joe Biden ain't enjoying all of this. Joe Biden is absolutely positively cool. He's saying, listen, I crashed the economy. Yep. I brought in all these illegals. Yep. I was too old to run. I completely deteriorated in front of everybody. But that y'all did a coup on me. Put that off on Kamala. And now if y'all notice, every single thing that Joe Biden did, everybody views as Kamala Harris's problems. Watch this, y'all. I'm telling you. In the next 5 years, they're going to paint a different picture of Joe Biden. And they're going to say how Joe was really a great guy. He was really a good guy. It was really Kamala's fault. They're already doing it. They're pointing fingers at each other right now. They say, you did it. No, you did it. No, you did it. The Kamala Harris camp, which is very small, and it just has a few Democratic shields. And then you have Joe Biden's camp. In Joe Biden's camp, they're going to make him to be great. Kamala Harris will go down in the United States of America as a small footnote that a failure is. They're going to say she failed. This is the biggest landslide in all of our lives. Trust me, she holding that L. Every failed policy from Joe Biden is going to be put on the shoulders of Kamala Harris, especially the border czar. So as they've been running around saying she ain't got no power, she can't do nothing, watch everybody. Nobody's even going to mention that Joe Biden failed. They're going to say it was Kamala's fault. And good. Go ahead and hold that L. Joe, listen, I made a lot of jokes about you, Joe, all right? You ain't black, okay? You ain't know where you were. You ain't know what year it was. I made a lot of jokes about Joe, all right? But you know what? You go to the nursing home, you done did your stuff. Kamala, you thought you was going to come around and disrespect us. A fake grandma, fake McDonald's picture, disrespecting us. I ain't going to do nothing for y'all. No. So I don't care if they take all the failures of Joe Biden and put them on Kamala Harris. Nope. I don't give a damn. Hold that L the same way everybody's holding that L. FBA is winning right now. Y'all look at this right now. Look at Joe. Y'all tell me Joe Biden ain't happy. This looks like Joe from 10 years ago. This is 10 years ago, Joe. He is elated that Kamala Harris lost. Watch this right here, y'all, because he knows. Let me tell you something. You don't ever retire from being a supremacist, all right? His brain still sees supremacy, and he knows I can dump all my failures off on the Indian woman. Yep, I can still salvage my whole campaign and everything I've ever done, and I can dump it off on the Indian lady. Watch this right here, y'all.
Wait, that's it? Weird, creepy, crazy. No way. Dude, he's happy Trump won. He's happy Trump won. Look at him. He's having a great time. Look at that smile. Joe, where'd your 20 million votes go?
Family, look at Joe Biden. When was the last time you seen him talking like this? When was the last time you seen Joe Biden looking, talking, or walking like that? This man got all his energy back.
Wait, that's it?
Look at this man.
Weird, creepy, crazy. No way. Dude, he's happy Trump won. He's happy Trump won. Look at him. He's having a...
Look at this man. Y'all look at Joe Biden. Where did he find this youth? This man done got the fountain of youth ever since Kamala Harris lost, because he knows that his legacy now is in perfect shape. Let me tell you guys something right here. You do not lose an election like that right there and think that it's going on Joe Biden's legacy. That ain't touching Joe. We're going to remember Joe Biden as Barack Obama's vice president, and very few people are going to remember him as the president. You are going to remember that Joe Biden was a great vice president, and this woman right there is the one who ruined it all. If he only picked a better vice president, and instead of her running, y'all should have let Joe run. That's what they're going to say. They're already saying it now. How come we didn't just let Joe run? Joe would have did better. And I'm going to be honest with you. Even though Joe Biden is 11,047 years old, he still would have did better than that. He still would have did better than that. He would have did better than that. Now, we know some of that was some funny style stuff. We ain't going to go there, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But it still is better than anything that this individual was doing. Hell no. She is going to be held responsible for that right there. The Democratic plantation, the Democratic policies, their campaigns, and their whole mantra going down the drain is all going to be blamed on Kamala. And Joe out here knowing it. That's why you see him doing this.
Wait, that's it? Weird, creepy, crazy. No way. Dude, he's happy Trump won. He's happy Trump won. Look at him. He's having a great time.
There you go. Joe Biden, he ain't pointing at no damn reporters. Joe couldn't even walk off stage 3 months ago. 3 months ago, family, he had to be assisted. Do y'all see Jill Biden? Do any of y'all see Jill Biden walking him off stage? Where did Jill go? Where did all the assistants go? They're all gone. Why are they all gone, y'all? They're all gone because Joe done got the fountain of youth. He said, good, I can go to the beach and sleep all damn day. I can relax. I can go to the nursing homes. I am fine. I can go to the country club. I can do whatever I want. My legacy is secure because I got the perfect scapegoat, Kamala. And do I feel sorry that she's going to have to hold the L's for all the failures of Joe Biden? Absolutely not. Matter of fact, let me rephrase that. Black Alpha, do you feel sorry that Kamala Harris is going to have to hold the L in the failures of Joe Biden? Let's make this clear. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm going to feel sorry for Kamala Harris. No. Hell no. Hold this L. Who run it? And on top of that right there, y'all, I had to. I told y'all, I woke up on it, y'all. Day number 3. Wait until day number 4, y'all. We are regulating every Democratic shield. We ain't holding back nothing. Everybody getting G-check. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Every Democratic shield getting G-check. Look at this right here. I found another picture and the box that they had. This is some breaking news, y'all. Hold on now. Let me say this clear. Let me frame this. So we found the pictures of Reese Baldbert, okay? Then we found the pictures of Plaz and his No Diddy partner, okay? This is in the Democratic Shield office, okay? Because I had to stop, had to go out there, had to go see what was going on. I went to the Democratic Shield offices, and I was shocked that, half the building was coming down. It needed to be condemned, and they already had the moving trucks there. People were bagging up things. So I said, can I get a couple of these for the show? So I got a couple picture frames and everything. So I found some very startling pictures. Startling pictures, y'all. I found some pictures that will completely blow your mind. It'll shock the hell out of you. We seen the Reese Nobert, okay, with the lace front way back here. We seen that. We seen Plaz, about that tall, Family, do y'all know I found one with broken buck car sellers? Family, here we go. I hate to have to do this, y'all, but I got to. Look at this picture I found, family, when they was boxing up all the Democratic Shield belongings. Do you know I found a picture of Bakari Sellers, and there's a certain individual who was in the picture with him, and they were going out on the town? Family, this particular guy was in a hotel room one time, okay? And he was in a hotel room with some escorts, and something happened, and I don't know, and there was all types of things all over the bed sheet, whatever. Look at this picture I found with Bakari Sellers and Andrew Gillum. I'd be damned if that didn't happen, y'all. I'd be damned. Family, they've been hiding this from us. I needed the Freedom Act, the Freedom of Information. We needed to get this out there to the public. We found out that broken Bakari Sellers and Andrew Hotel Gillum were a damn item. How dare the Democrats keep this from us? We had to institute the Freedom of Information Act. Had I not went to the Democratic plantation offices and got those boxes of their belongings that were being boxed up and thrown out in the streets with their careers, we would not have this information. So I want to take my time and give the proper etiquette and credit to the people who allowed me to do this. I want to thank a union member. I want to thank a Democratic Shield union member for allowing me the opportunity to find these type of photos that expose that this type of situation occurred, and this right here and that right there is all a result of foundational Black Americans. And if you're feeling me, y'all, I need you to do that right there. G-check, G-check, G-check. You should have never messed with FBA because we win all day and twice on Sundays. I told y'all, man. Hey, we in here deep, y'all. Much love and respect. I need y'all to smash that like button, y'all. Let's be real. And that's real. I'm telling you, I'm just keeping it a buck, y'all. Y'all know. Come on. Gillum, think about it now. Gillum and Bakari, they was hanging out. Now I'm just saying, that's what they were doing. That's what they look like, Ron Isley. Yep. Maybe this, we gonna have to start calling them Hotel Bakari. Hotel Bakari. That's what he was doing. And they was off that Bacardi. And they had a party. No. Hotel Bakari and Gillum had a party. No. Even better. Hotel Bakari had some Bacardi at a Diddy party. And Andrew Gillum was right there with him. That's where they was going. They was going to one of them Diddy parties. I think we might have found the tapes. The tapes, y'all. The tapes that we've been waiting on. Did that picture come from the tapes? All right. We got to find out, fam. We're going to do some thorough investigation. All right. When you got Bakari having Bacardi at a Diddy party, you know it's on. Yes, indeed. Family, there's something else that these folks been doing. They crashing out in these streets, y'all. When I say they crashing out, family, I mean they crashing the hell out. Let's go there. Foundational Black Americans completely destroying the Democratic plantation. Family, if that was a match, TKO, not even TKO, knockout, we went full Mike Tyson, y'all. They couldn't even stand in the ring. What type of election was that? They got mollywopped. I'm talking about completely destroyed. They couldn't even stand on their own feet. Kamala Harris absolutely got embarrassed out there, family. And it was all because of us. They can say whatever they want. They can talk whatever they want to talk. But we know for a fact they lost because foundational Black Americans, we just stayed at home. You don't lose millions of votes. And it's not because of foundational Black Americans. Absolutely, it's because of foundational Black Americans. They know what it is. They know what time it is. They lost because foundational Black Americans, we decided that we were not going to vote or we were going to vote for Trump. Everything that we ended up saying, we ended up doing. So they know goddamn well why they lost. And it's cool. That's fine. They know they can say whatever they want to say, but they lost. And family, they are having nuclear breakdowns on television. And they're trying to come up with another means. See, what they're trying to do, y'all? They're trying to go into damage control. The Democrats think they're going to go into damage control and they're going to start saying, oh, it's Latino men. Nope, it's because of FBA. Oh, no, it was really because the POCs. No. It's because of FBA. Y'all notice they're trying to say that Kamala lost because of Latino men, and Latino men ain't even taking claim of that. They're trying to tell Latino men that they're the reason. Y'all the reason, ain't you? Y'all the reason, right? It's because of you guys Kamala lost, right? You notice how comfortable they are saying that Latino men didn't come out to vote? You guys notice that, right? You notice that? Why are they out here trying to say that it was Latino men? Because they don't want to validate that it was FBA. That's what it is, y'all. Why are they out here talking about she won 86% of the vote, but they don't want to talk about totality? See, they want to talk about per capita, all right? Let me give y'all a per capita example. You guys know how this is because they play per capita games with crime statistics. If you're on the phone with one person. One person likes the color red, one person likes the color blue. You can easily say 50% of people on this phone like blue. 50% of people on this phone like red. That sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Where per capita allows you to inflate the numbers. Now, if you say totality, then it's one person likes red, one person likes blue. So that 86% that they talk about that she won, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm hearing that it's not even that. So the fake numbers are double fake. But say the fake numbers were just regular fake, then it still shows you that foundational Black Americans in terms of totality is on the floor. And they admit it because they tell us that she lost millions of votes. Even if you cut in half some of the finesse, say just 10 million that she lost from Joe Biden. At least 7 of those are from us because you're seeing in counties all throughout the United States of America, Black Americans did not show up for Kamala, did not do it. And how do we know more than them? It's because we said we were going to do it. They can't lecture or tell us about the numbers. This is the first election. They cannot try to hustle us with the numbers because we know the numbers because we said we were going to do it. We're watching everything that we said we were going to do play out. They just out here trying to play. That's all they doing. But you can play all damn day, but you can't win. Look at these people, family, having absolute breakdowns. The Democrats are trying to go back to the drawing board. We have changed the political nature of the United States of America forever. The Democrats will never be the same because of foundational Black Americans. This had nothing to do with Latino men. It had nothing to do with people of color or minorities. This was specifically about foundational Black Americans doing what we said we were going to do. Saying that we were going to stand on business and we were going to sit on the couch. Saying that we might go vote for Trump just so we can weaponize it against the Democrats. We were the ones saying, y'all don't do nothing for us. Wait until election day. Now, election day, come on, they want to play dumb. We don't know why, who, what, when, where. Here's advice. The same Democrats that are always listening to us, spying on us, watching us. Y'all know whenever I speak, these Democratic shields just seem to pop up everywhere. They're listening right now. Take that same energy you got in spying on me and just listen to what I'm telling you. We weren't going to vote for y'all, and we didn't. And you lost millions of votes because of FBA. This election was the FBA effect. It was foundational Black Americans standing on business, pushing principle, voting for the couch, and watching the Democrats fall all the way down to the floor in the process. We said we were going to do it. We did it. It doesn't matter what lie they come up with, how they try to play with the numbers. They can do that all day until the next election. The fact remains, we said we was going to vote for the couch, and the couch won the election. Sorry, that's just how it goes. Look at this right here. These people out here upset. And certified salute to all of y'all. I've been telling y'all, this reparations generation will go down as the most significant generation ever. I said they're going to look back on this generation in the year 2050 and beyond. They're going to say, that generation right there, they're the ones that turned everything around. It was that reparations rally in Washington, D.C. It was the brothers and sisters at these reparations task force. These brothers and sisters who were showing up on crime scenes, really reporting. It was social media. It was activism. It was brothers and sisters outside. This will be the generation. We'll look back on this generation the same way they look back on the civil rights era, but we're not losing it. We're not fumbling the bag. Trust me when I tell you that, family, and it's all because of us. Nobody believes us. Look at election night. You guys called everything that was going to happen. The intelligence and the wherewithal and the power that I seen from all of us on election night, shit, come stand next to FBA and you're going to learn some things. Look at this, y'all. Here we go. Watch these folks on TV cussing at each other. Y'all seen this guy right here, the Republican. Look right here, the Democrat. This Democratic guy don't know what to say. He is in shambles and he's hurt so bad because his plantation has no answers. Now, y'all, we done roasted everybody. Now we're going to start talking about how they are a party with no strategy and no future because their number one voter block has canceled them. The Democrats will never be the same. Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is about teaching, scholarship, research, and commentary. Watch them start cussing, y'all.
21. When Afghanistan happened, he went under 40, she went under 40, and they really lived there until the end of the He's still there.
Why? I'll tell you why.
Because he ran and told us that the adults were back in charge, and that was the opposite.
Yeah, they
of
were
that.
because
and
Donald Trump's a child.
And you know what else?
Yeah.
And you know what else? The fact that they wouldn't give these 13 service members' families, the time of
bullshit,
day,
dude.
time of day.
I'm sorry, but Donald Trump hates veterans. He called them suckers and losers. He did. He absolutely, despite he has his whole life, he has his entire life.
I know you're super emotional. I just,
of course I am. I'm terrified.
I'm telling you, the political reality is that
That man said he's terrified.
when they made that decision.
It doesn't matter. When you don't admit
that
Donald Trump hates veterans. You don't admit it. You deny a man, Chief John Kelly, a Marine. You deny. You say he lied.
You're still campaigning.
You say he lied. It's not over.
Look at he said. He said it's over. It's over. This Democrat can't come to grips with it, y'all. The election's done.
Veterans. You don't admit it. You deny a man, Chief John Kelly, a Marine. You deny. You say he lied.
You're still campaigning.
You say he lied. It's not over. It'll never be over. It'll never be over. You wish.
The political reality is when they made that decision and everyone realized, oh my gosh, these aren't the competent adults that we were promised. And then when you pile on top of it the decisions that made inflation worse, it was a compounding interest of political crap over time that they could never get out of. And that's how she lost the race.
There was a bipartisan consensus to get out of Afghanistan. That wasn't the point. It was the way it was done. No, hold on. It was the implementation. It was the fact that they took out our soldiers first instead of last, which is you would think would be common sense. And again, it's like you said, we thought the adults were in the room. That's why people voted for Biden. A return to normalcy, a return to competence. He's a lifelong public servant. We thought we're going to get normal, we're going to get competent. And that's what
we did. And if in the veterans community,
Afghanistan doesn't signal that.
The wars in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq, the Republican policies that led to those wars, the idea that Joe Biden made the final difficult decision, and his administration and his military leaders. I mean, you guys live on the tippy top of bullshit mountain. If you actually think that so many people think that the pullout of Afghanistan was the pivot point. Are you kidding me?
I mean, I can read a chart and I guess you can't. But the reality is when he made that decision,
your petty insults are so weak, dude. You have no idea. Like, I don't even understand if you hear yourself talking. Look, you can laugh all you want, but like, I can't read a chart. Like, it's just so happy. It's so uninteresting.
The reason stop, family, and that's what I want all of us to do. That's what I want all of us to do right there, y'all. I want all of us to be smug. I want all of us to be arrogant. I want you to rub all of these folks' faces in that L. That's what they're going to have to do, y'all. Cool. Good. I don't mind. And yes, you're absolutely right. Because that guy thought that they was going to do the whole Puerto Rican thing. They tried to run with that. Remember, family, that got like 48, you know what I'm saying, a news coverage for 48 hours, like every single day. They kept talking about that. These folks, absolutely, Iron Will. Absolutely, family. They just cussing on national television now. They're unhinged. They're unhinged, y'all. It's because of foundational Black Americans. We're the ones who've done that to them. Foundational Black Americans, we are the ones who have literally put this on game. They don't know what's happening. And that meltdown is good. Family, look at it. We got these folks fighting on TV. They're going back and forth. None of this would happen if Black Americans voted for Kamala. If Black Americans voted for Kamala and we turned out, Donald Trump does not win. Okay? And the reason why Donald Trump got all of those votes, you're talking about the popular vote and the college electoral vote and the whole rest of the government. You're talking about the House. You're talking about the Senate. They won it all because of FBA. This is what happens when your number one voter block sits out. And let me tell you guys something. Watch what I am about to tell you guys. This is some real game, y'all. Do you know that there's like 7-8 different fractured groups inside of the Democrats, right? We talk about the Democratic Shields. Let's talk about where they are now, y'all. Do you know they are shattered and you're having different groups and stuff? You got it's really the Puerto Ricans. It's really the Latinos who did it. Then you got we need to be more conservative because that's something you're going to start seeing now, all right? You're going to start seeing them try to be conservative liberals, the alt-left. That's another thing. These are all different fractures inside the community, okay? We have literally got them to the point. No, let me rephrase that. We have literally canceled them, beat them to the point, y'all, that the Democrats are shattered into 100 different groups. They got all these different small groups. Do you know that there's Democratic shields and they're out here talking about delineating? I'm not lying, y'all. I am not lying. Do you know that you got Democratic shields out here now trying to steal FBA talking points? You got Democratic shields talking about some, we built America. Yes, I'm not lying. The same Democratic shields that told us America's for everybody. Illegals built America. Let's not forget, they told us that illegals built America. Joe Biden said it, Kamala said it, and every black-faced Democrat said it. Now, y'all, the Democratic shields are out here talking about we want to delineate from the people of color. We want to delineate from the minorities. We built America. I'm not lying, y'all, because they have lost so bad that they're saying, well, who's winning right now? Oh, FBA, let's do what they're doing. Yes, trust me, y'all. When somebody loses, they say, Well, what's the formula that wins? Let's go do FBA. Yes, I promise you. I'm going to show y'all. Watch this. Absolutely. I'm telling you right now. Y'all know I'm about to show y'all what they've been doing. They're out here talking about they want to delineate. They're out there saying, we ain't ever fighting for the Palestinians because y'all didn't help us. We ain't ever fighting for Latinos because y'all didn't help us. It's not about the lineage. It's about the party. We delineate based on our lineage, based on our family. They want to delineate based on the Democrats in the plantation because I always told you, they think that the Democrats is their race. It is their religion. It is who they are. They take everything that we say about lineage and now they're trying to apply it to the Democratic Party. Watch this right here, y'all. I want y'all to see this. This is what you're seeing out here in these damn streets. These folks are talking about they built America now. These folks are out here saying foundational Black Americans, you guys are really out here trying to burn down America. This is what they're saying. And they built America. This is what's watching. The Democrats are trying to steal FBA talking points because they know FBA is winning right now. Look at this right here. This is on Roland's show. Look at this, y'all. Here we go. Checkmate, checkmate. Here it is. Watch this, y'all.
Those people who are relentlessly everything that comes out of our mouth, FBA those people who are relentlessly everything that comes out of our mouth, they're countering in this chat and they're amplifying Donald Trump. So even though they won, they're not lighting up on their communication strategy because they understand that this is a cumulative impact of making sure that their narrative is the winning narrative. And so Democrats.
Listen to what she's saying. She says, even though they won, she says FBA, not no ADOS, that's an organization. Anytime they put them two together, understand, we're talking about FBA, Foundational Black Americans, not American Democrats of Slavery. We're talking about FBA. Notice, family, she says because they won. She's admitting what I just said, that FBA won this election. And then she says, basically, we have to copy their strategy. She's telling everybody that if we want to win, we got to steal everything that FBA is doing because FBA is the winning formula. Listen to her words.
Those people who are relentlessly everything that comes out of our mouth, they're countering in this chat and they're amplifying Donald Trump. So even though they won, they're not lighting up on their communication strategy because they understand that this is a cumulative impact of making sure that their narrative is the winning narrative. And so Democrats have to attack all of the conversations we have with the same level of discipline and relentlessness that.
You hear that? Did you hear that? Democrats have to attack everything with the same level of relentlessness. The same meaning exactly what FBA is doing. We have to copy the FBA blueprint. This is what they're doing. Family, it gets worse. She says this, and it's somebody else who I don't even know who this next person is. Watch this next person come in and completely try to steal FBA talk. Straight swagger jacket. She's going to come in talking about how she built America. The Democratic shields now are watching what FBA is doing, and they're going to try to steal our blueprint because we won this election. Watch.
That Republicans, and so Democrats have to attack all of the conversations we have with the same level of discipline and relentlessness that Republicans are showing. That to me is the very first step, is being as relentless and as devoted to countering what the Republicans do. Now, I thought they did a pretty decent job during the Trump era of having their press conferences and pointing out all the bad stuff that Republicans were doing, but they didn't point out all the bad shit they were doing while Biden and Harris were in office. And so they have to not let up this election, for the remainder of the Biden-Harris administration, and they have to invest in the same things that the Republicans have invested in. If they do that, then we have a fighting chance with West or with whoever else will be the nominee in 2028.
Rebecca.
You know what's really interesting, Reese? I was also reading the.
Who's this lady right here? I've never seen this person. Somebody tell me, who's this person right here? I have no idea who this individual is. Watch this lady start talking about FBA wants to stop America and her people built America. Watch this, y'all. She's trying to paint us as the lineage outsiders and the Democrats as the lineage insiders. Straight up hijacking everything FBA says. Who is this person? I've never heard of her at all. I'm about to hit the tether alert.
Or with whoever else will be the nominee in 2028.
Rebecca.
You know what's really interesting, Reese? I was also reading the comments. I see a lot of FBA and ADOS. Yep. And you know what? By any account, I am FBA and ADOS. My family has been in this country for centuries. Mm-hmm. We have survived for centuries. And what's always interesting is whether it's Tariq or Yvette and they're doing their discussions and they're talking about tangibles or lineage, how are we going to make decisions? And even with thinking about the concept of reparations, that still goes back to the economy. Mm-hmm. Right? Because we're now talking about personal economy. We're talking about things that are owed to those of us who are descendants of people who have built this country. But even still, what's also kind of weird for me, though, is even seeing the bots or the people with misinformation saying, oh, we should just burn the whole thing down. When has that ever, if you are ADOS or FBA, when has it ever been a Black American ideology of just burn all this down?
When the hell did we say that? When did foundational Black Americans ever say that we wanted to burn down the country? We've been the ones saying we built the country. We are going to preserve the country. Listen to this babble right here, family. This individual, whoever she is literally trying to say, y'all want to burn down this whole country. What's wrong with you? We've been the ones saying that we are going to preserve America because it's our land. They want us to go to Africa. Hell to the no. Find family. If y'all right now, somebody find me who this person is before we get off air tonight, because I am about 2 seconds from hitting that damn tether alert because I don't like the way she said lineage. She said lineage. She said lineage. What is lineage? Okay, lineage ain't got 7 E's and 4 I's. Who is this person right here, y'all? This is what we talking about. Yeah, that do look like some Contel Pro talk. That look like some, what y'all feel about it? Don't y'all want to burn down some country now? That's what we should do. Who's thinking about burning down? We should all go together if you want to. This is the desperation, y'all. This is what we talking about. Nobody ever said that. Nobody. Good point. Nobody's ever said that. And watch, now she's about to take it a step further, okay? Then she's going to start saying, I built this country. She's lecturing us about what we created. This is how pathetic these people will get, y'all. Check this out right here. I'm going to hit that 8. Find me who this person is. Let me know, because that tether alert needs to get completely rang. Watch this right here.
Ever been a Black American ideology of just burn all this down? Yeah. My family built this. And you tell me to burn down everything my family built? No, I'm going to take it over because it's mine anyway.
FBA 8.
If you don't get on out of here, Rebecca. I don't trust no Rebecca any damn way. I don't trust no. Listen, you better be super certified, family. If you know what? I think she's deserved a tether alert. I don't think we even gonna wait for that, y'all. I think we're gonna go ahead and tether alert her right damn now. Yep. Okay. Tether alert in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at this guy right here. Another one. Y'all find me who that lady is. That's a tether alert. She said lineage completely off balance. Watch this right now, y'all. Check this guy out. This is another Democratic shield. This guy he got the nose ring like the ladies do. Okay. Watch this guy. He starts talking about how they want to delineate. So we just seen the one talking about how she built America. Okay. All that kind of talk. Now y'all got them tether alerts digging in there. There they go. Yes, indeed. Watch this guy right here, y'all. Watch how he's saying, we're not working with no other groups no more. Watch, I'm telling you, here now comes the delineation hijack. We just seen the creation hijack, the we built America hijack. Now you're going to see the delineation one. Watch this guy. Here we go.
You can say whatever the hell you want. It is not going to make me feel bad. You think I don't care about the kids in Gaza? Then believe it. You think I'm a horrible human being? Believe it. You think I'm a villain? Believe it. You think I'm a POS? Believe it. Go ask Trump MAGA support Republicans for help with your movement from here on out. If black Republicans, if black liberals are such POSs and horrible people, why are you guys in their comment sections harassing them, trying to get them to feel bad to support your movement when we said collectively we are done? If we don't matter, if we're such horrible people, why are you not bothering Trump supporters to help with your movement? You know why you're doing that? Because you know damn well you need us. You need our numbers. You need Black American support to continue to help push your movement.
Who's no. Hold up. That's a Haitian. Is that what that's a Haitian right there, y'all? Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, yeah, that's what. Yep, that looks super duper Haitian. That look like Kodak crack. Okay, here we go. Listen to that right there. Tell me what we're saying right now ain't 100% true. Did you not just see that Democratic shield saying that we built America? That's not what Democrats say. Democrats say illegals built America. You see this guy saying we're not helping y'all because y'all don't help us? That's why we delineated. That's why the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Africans, the people of colors, the blacks and browns, all that is the black and brown coalition. We've been the ones out here saying that these people don't help us. This is why we delineate. Because back in the old days, people thought these folks was coming over here to be our friends. And we said, y'all don't do nothing for us. Y'all thought y'all was going to come over here and mooch off us and play a fake ally. Now they're talking about man, y'all not friends with us because they didn't vote. Listen to what we say, y'all. We delineated because these people come over here with anti-black American hatred, lineage-based. These people come over here and they steal from foundational black Americans, lineage-based. These people are talking all of this stuff based on the Democrats. He's not upset about black people. He's upset because the Democrats lost. That lady talking about I built America. She's not saying that because of the lineage. She's saying that because the Democrats lost. They're taking Democratic beliefs and they're trying to steal from a lineage. You see that? You see how that's already twisted and it's babble? We're doing this based on the lineage, the bloodline, the family. They doing this based on the damn Democratic Party. These people are not like us at all. None at all. Now these folks talking about we don't want to deal with anybody else. Foundational Black Americans been said that. You know what happened? When we said we was delineating, them same people right now, they were getting mad at us. They was in here saying, that's xenophobic. Where's the xenophobic talk? How come this man ain't xenophobic? How come the last chick ain't xenophobic? Now, all of a sudden, y'all, the same people who were calling us xenophobic for delineating, now they want to politically delineate because they're upset that they lost an election. Not because the foundational Black Americans built this country, not because foundational Black Americans preserved this country, not because foundational Black Americans made it possible for everybody to come to this country. Nothing about us, only about their party lost. This is what we be talking about with these people. Watch how he proceeds, family. Watch this. All FBA hijacking. They're trying to steal lineage talking points and give it to a political party.
And you realize that, if I say this and say that, maybe I'll get them to feel bad. Nope, it's not working anymore. We're pissed off and we are tired and we are done.
Who's we? Who's we? Because when we were saying that we're not rocking with tethers no more, you told us that tethers was a slur and quit saying tether. And you guys are xenophobic. Now we're done. We're tired of you guys. You didn't want to help us. The Palestinians were mean to us. Now, when the Palestinians were down in Columbia, South Carolina, trying to hijack our protest, the Democrats were cool with it. Don't get on delineation now. It's too damn late.
All we asked was to help us with this election so we can better help your people. Now we can't help each other. We can't help our own selves. You got what you wanted. Swim in it, bathe in it, live in it, deal with it.
That right there is when foundational Black Americans say, hold your own nuts. Family, is that not hold your own NUTs? Do you see what I'm talking about? These people are thieves, y'all. Listen to what he says. And he straight up says it. He doesn't say it's about the lineage. He doesn't say it's about us. He says, we asked you guys to help us win an election. This is all because they lost.
So we're tired and we are done. All we asked was to help us with this election so we can better help your people. Now we can't help each other. We can't help our own selves.
Yeah, absolutely. You see what we be talking about, y'all? You see what we be talking about? These folks straight up just try to hijack. That's what you're going to see now. All right. The Democrats now are going to try to steal delineation and we built this country. That's what they're going to start doing. When we say that we built America, they said, no, you didn't. Julio did. Y'all xenophobic. Vote blue. When foundational Black Americans said, man, we delineating. These folks are anti-FBA. We ain't rocking with them. They said, that's mean. Y'all being a xenophobic and y'all hate group. Vote blue. Now all of a sudden they want to talk that talk. Family, it gets worse than that though. No. Watch this, y'all. Watch this here. It don't just stop with that person. There's a whole little movement going on in Democratic shield world. Yes, there is. It's a whole movement of these people talking about delineating. Yes, they're talking about they want to delineate and they want to separate. This is what's happening. You know what? I'm going to give you the term they call it. Ready for this, y'all? Here we go. They call it no more solidarity politics, aka delineation. And they're all upset and hurt and big mad because they lost an election. That's what it's about. None of this is going to work. Watch this right here. They start talking about no more solidarity politics. They're saying we're not going to make solidarity with the Palestinians. We're not going to make solidarity with the Latinos because y'all didn't come vote for Kamala, so we can't be y'all friends no more. When foundational Black Americans were saying these people don't like us, they was calling us names. Watch this right here. And for the next person I'm about to show, I have to show this first. Joyless Reed. Watch this, family. She's upset because she feels that the people of color did not come help Kamala Harris. We tried to tell them. They didn't want to listen. Watch.
IRL that goes to the tune of Black women have been called upon to save America over and over again. Black women mobilized against Donald Trump in 2020 and did everything on the ground. People like Latasha Brown, Stacey Abrams, and say who fought, all of these, stalwart women, the sororities, all of these women who, the Black women, the historically Black sororities, just who work, or just workers for democracy, and the most loyal constituency in the Democratic Party. And there's a sense that the just shocking rejection of Vice President Kamala Harris, who went 15 million votes short of Joe Biden. This is pre the California totals coming in, so it'll probably be less than 15, but millions of votes less than Joe Biden got. Even as some statewide Democrats were able to prevail, a lot of Black women are saying, okay, we're done. There is a really, sort of growing movement that I am seeing that I think is reportable among Black women who are saying no more solidarity politics.
You heard that? You heard that? She's saying there's a growing movement, no more solidarity politics. They are all upset because the Democrats lost and they don't want to be friends with the people of color no more. This is what this is about, y'all. This has nothing to do with us. This has nothing to do with the lineage. Watch what she says right here.
That I am seeing that I think is reportable among Black women who are saying no more solidarity politics. They acknowledge that Black men were lied on, stood with Vice President Harris. Other than Black women, Black men were among the highest, percentage supporters of.
No, we weren't. Listen now, family. Look what she's doing. They don't want to say the truth about Black American men and Black American women. They got to still make it look like Black Americans voted for Kamala, even though we didn't. So they can still try to keep us on board. This is what she's trying to do there. She's trying to be real slick, okay? I see through all that tetherism, all right? What she's trying to do is she's trying to make it look like we mad at the people of color. We mad at the Palestinians. Oh, we still love Black folks because they still got a little bit of hope that Black folks will come back around in 2028. Ain't gonna happen. Once people leave, a political party and have an exodus, it is statistically proven they don't come back. Remember, black folks used to vote Republican, stop voting Republican. 60 years later, they don't anymore. Foundational Black Americans in this election, we've laid down the groundwork that we left the Democratic plantation. And when that happens, you don't come back. So for any Democratic shield out there still holding on to hope that we're going to vote for them again and we're going to go back to the plantation, it ain't happening. Let me tell you, when you leave a plantation, you left it. When you're free, you're free. Ain't nobody walking back and saying, put us back over there. It's not happening. But what they're doing, they're trying to hold on to a little bit of hope. So they don't want to throw black people under the bus. That's why, y'all, they've been giving out these fake statistics. They've been saying black folks still voted. Y'all notice that, right? Y'all notice? Y'all notice they're trying to say, no, black men still voted. No, we didn't. No, black women voted at 92%, which is still 20 million down from the last election. That's why they don't want to talk about totality. They're very, very afraid of giving you those totality numbers because it's going to show that black American men and women did not vote for Kamala Harris. You're not going to see the official totality numbers about this election. I promise you. I promise y'all. You will not see the totality numbers. They will not tell you the percentage of black people collectively that came out to vote. They won't do that because when they do, you're going to see that a lot of them voted for Trump and a hell of a lot of them voted for Couch, but they did not vote for Kamala. So right now, they're trying to be very, very hidden with them numbers. And they're still trying to paint this picture like black folks still voted for Kamala. No, we did not. No, we did not. So that right there is useless. It's trash. It ain't going to work. It's not going to work. So they're taking out their energy on all of the POCs right now. They're upset that Latinos voted for Trump, which we could have told you was going to happen. They're upset that Indians voted for Trump, which we could have told you was going to happen. Every other group voted for Donald Trump. So they're sitting there basically trying to say, black folks, y'all didn't leave yet, did you? Hell yeah, we did. So now she's talking about no more solidarity politics. The same people that try to give us all the POC talk. Watch this right here. Same thing.
Status, meaning some members are natural born citizens, born in the country legally. Some members are undocumented, mixed status. He said he's going to do mass deportation. He insulted Latinos in every way you can possibly think of, including his comedian at his Madison Square Garden rally, calling Puerto Rico an island of trash. Launched his whole political career saying Mexico's not sending their best, they're sending rapists and criminals. His allies were shipping migrants from Venezuela all around the country in order to demonize migrants. Every possible insult to Latinos you can imagine has been uttered from his tiny little mouth ever since he got into politics in 2016 and presidential politics in 2016. And look at the result on Tuesday. Latino men, 54% for the man who openly disrespected them. Oh, but wait, there's more. Because we knew that white men were going to do this and vote overwhelmingly. White men are always 60-40 Republican. But every possible type of disrespect was also heaped upon women. And look at how white women voted. 52-47 for Trump. The adjudicated sexual assaulter who said he's going to protect women whether they like it or not, who closed his campaign by calling Nancy Pelosi the B word, and whose vice presidential running mate called women childless cat ladies and called Kamala Harris trash.
Yep. And they still were going to vote for Donald Trump, and we said that anyway. Let me ask y'all this. Didn't we all know that W women were going to vote for a W man? Didn't we know Latinos were going to vote for the dominant society? You see where the Democrats messed up, y'all? The Democrats been bringing in Latinos by 22, 32 million because they thought they were going to be a voter bloc that was going to replace us, right? Well, we all told them that the Latinos were going to come here illegally and they were going to vote Republican. We've all said this for the last 10 years. Everyone knows that when the Latinos get here to America, they want to vote Republican. So when I say the Democratic plantation is crashing, y'all, The Democratic plantation is over. They've got 100 different problems, and foundational Black Americans are the biggest one. So FBA, your number one voter bloc, has regulated and canceled you, and we've left. And when you leave, you don't come back. So you don't have FBA no more. As a matter of fact, it's even worse than that. Not only did they lose the FBA vote, foundational Black Americans have openly stated that they're the ops and we're going to cancel them. So they got some serious FBA problems. Then all the illegals that you bring in, they out here talking about Latinos for Trump. So you don't have FBA and we on your bumper. And then the Latinos you brought in, they're on Donald Trump's team. Where do the Democrats go? And then you got them saying no more solidarity politics. Let me go ahead and tell you something there, Joyless. You never had solidarity politics. You were trying to push that on to Black Americans, calling us names when we said that we ain't rocking with these other groups. We're going to think about self. Y'all was calling us xenophobic. Y'all lose an election. Now y'all want to run around here and steal our talking points. But you can't use FBA talking points because you are not thorough like foundational Black Americans. So basically what I'm saying is that is an ultimate failure. Hold another L. So them trying to steal from us is an L. The election was an L. And them thinking that they have a future is an L. Damn, you lost it losing. Only a Democrat can be so low budget that they lose even when they already lost. They have nowhere to go. That's why you see them pointing the finger and fighting. Then you have a bunch of W's and they saying, let's get rid of all the Black folks. I'm telling you, you won't see Joyless Reed no more. You won't see Roland Martin no more. You won't see Bakari Sellers no more. They will all be fired within the next 6 months. And by the way, Joyless Reed already doesn't have a job and neither does Roland. You're not going to see Bakari Sellers and them no more. The days of the Democratic Shield, it's over. I'm telling you right now, come inauguration on January 20th, that is the official last day of all of them. You will not see them no more because they failed at the one job they have. Their one job is to get Black Americans to vote blindly for the Democrats. And they did not want to be embarrassed, y'all. Let me show y'all this. Telling you, you want to know why the Democratic Shields are all about to disappear and get fired? Because of that right there. That is an embarrassment, you guys. You do not lose that bad and still keep a job in the system of supremacy. You are not supposed to have that much of a failure. The Democratic Shields did not deliver on their promise to make Kamala Harris president and to get Black folks on the plantation. The worst thing you could ever do as a Democratic Shield is to have Black folks not vote. We said we weren't going to, and they would lose their jobs, and they are. All Democratic Shields are fixing to lose their jobs. That right there is for real, for real. And let me tell you this on top. Talking about Latinos, you're going to get a backlash. Talking about them W women, Joyless, you about to get a backlash. She running around here trying to blame the dominant society. See, the Democrats, they get so next to all the Shields and the Shields get close to them, they start thinking they got a job there. They don't have a job there. No. And let me tell you something about these tethers. Tethers get to America and they think that we are the N-word. Okay, let me go there. Let me say this. Joyless Reed, Roland Martin, they get to America, they get next to the Democrats, and they start thinking that they're W's by honorary status, all right? A tether thinks that they are honorary status W's. And they get here, and they think FBA are the N-words. So they go over there, and they throw their arm around Brad and say, I'm honorary, ain't I? Yeah, I'm not the N-word, right? I'm not me. It's really Marcus over there. I'm Mr. Mutombo. Mr. Mutombo, I'm an honorary member. I'm one of the good ones, right? Okay, all the Black folks, okay, Sheila, she's really the N-word. Tethers think we're the N-words. And they found out on election day with them pink slips that no. The dominant society thinks you are Mr. Mutombo. And also goes for Mr. Fufu, Mrs. Joloff, and every other one. And now they're feeling the flames. Listen, you've been seeing them slowly disappearing. Sunny Hostin, who is really not an FBA, she's not even Black. She was on there blaming W women, and that W woman checked her. She said, don't be saying that. I'm telling you now. Joyless Reed got G-checked. Roland Martin is getting G-checked. They're out here talking about the dominant society, and they're in shambles, y'all. The Democratic Shields are in shambles. I said their job was going to be over with. I said they was losing out. Look at these numbers right here. Look at these numbers right here, y'all. Look at this. Harris did win the black voters 85-13, very similar to 2020 levels, and gained among black women. No, she didn't. The Democrats' edge among black men slipped slightly. Harris won 56% margin, down from Biden's 60 and Clinton's 69. Trump's margin in majority black counties shifted 5.5 points, The Guardian reported, which helped Trump secure the victory in the swing states of Georgia, Michigan, and North Carolina. One more time. Trump's margin in majority black counties. Don't listen to these people trying to tell you that she won the black vote. How did she win the black vote so strong when she lost millions of black voters? And then how was Trump dominating in majority black counties in the South and the Midwest? That shows you right there, you guys, that she failed. And all that talk about, well, the black folks still voted, all that is, y'all, is their last gasp trying to keep us on the plantation. They know we left the plantation, so they said, no, please stay. You guys really did help us win. They're trying to tell us that we helped them, but they can't show us that we ever did, because we showed them we on the damn couch. And when we on the damn couch, there's nothing they can do about it. You see the difference now, y'all? You see these statistics, when you get into the actual counties, it shows you that the Democrats lost big time. And they had that one job to do. And one of those jobs, y'all, was not to get embarrassed. Watch this right here. I'm going to show y'all even further. I'm going to show you even further than that. Look at this right here, y'all. Watch Roland Martin admits it. Watch this. Oh, yeah, we got receipts. Damn what they say. It's about what we say. Watch this. Roland Martin admits that Trump was winning in black counties. You know, we don't want to say it, but watch.
See the precincts in Philadelphia. I need to see the precincts in Charlotte. Oh, but speaking of North Carolina, damn it, can y'all please stop going to Western North Carolina? Do y'all understand that since 2020, the VP made about 18 trips to North Carolina?
Yeah.
One to Eastern North Carolina. There was a county, I think it's Anson County, North Carolina, that's 40% black. Trump won that county. How?
Y'all heard that? This is coming from Roland. I thought y'all did good with the black vote. I thought the black vote turned out. But I'm seeing that the counties did not turn out, which means you lost the black vote.
Trump won that county. How?
Because foundational black Americans did not vote for collard green Kamala. He said it. That's his words. So family, let's make this straight. Foundational black Americans, we said we were not going to vote for her. We said we were going to vote for the couch. We said that we were going to end the Democratic plantation, and that's exactly what we did. They can try to flip the numbers. They can try to steal our words. They can go on a no solidarity politics. They can come up with every single thing they want. Because you know what that really is, y'all? Let me tell you what all that stealing our language and all that no solidarity. What that really is desperation. What that really is fear. The Democratic shields are scared for a lot of reasons. They're scared because they're about to be racially homeless, politically homeless, social homeless, with nowhere to goddamn go. And foundational black Americans, we dictated their jobs. See, they don't like the fact that we control whether they work or not. Their job is to get us on the plantation. Now the plantation is gone. You can't get us to go to a plantation that doesn't exist no more. The Democratic plantation does not exist anymore. It disappeared on November 5th. November 6th, they went there and it was all gone. Only thing we seen on November 6th was a couple boxes with Bakari Seller and Gillum hanging out and Plaz and his busted baby and Reese Noburst, no lace front. That's the only thing that was left, y'all. I'm telling you. Okay. A couple crumbs and stuff from Roland Martin's Big Mac, but that's it. That's it. The Democrats ain't got nowhere to go. So now they're being desperate. And this is what I showed you. 100 different excuses because the Democrats are done. And the Democratic shields are put on the corner like it's trash day. And FBA walked them to the corner. Who is this guy right here, y'all? Somebody tell me who's this dude. Somebody tell me who this guy is right now. Is this the mayor of Baltimore? Did y'all see this guy?
I'm obviously.
This man does not speak for foundational Black Americans. So we already showed you the excuses. We already showed you the desperation. We already showed you the fear. Now watch these folks come out here simping. Watch this one, y'all.
Extremely disappointed in the results, but it is clear that there will be a second Trump presidency. It is really on my heart this morning to say that as a man, but more importantly, as a Black man, that this country does not deserve Black women.
Oh man, get out of here,
people,
boy.
But specifically Black women. This morning I woke up and I just gave my wife a hug because I know how heavy this is weighing on Black women. And they have carried this country and saved this country too many times and continue to be the most disrespected human beings on the planet. And it, quite frankly, it disgusts me. I'm thinking about the world that we're going to bring our daughter into in a few months. And I want the vice president to know that her and her team did everything right in the right way. But the unfortunate reality is that this country is still steeped in racism, sexism, and misogyny. I am personally proud of her, and I know that so many others are the same. We appreciate her tenacity, her focus, her decency, and how she handled herself throughout this campaign. And I don't want to hear anybody saying that they should have done something different. She should have been running longer. The fact is that they did everything that a campaign can do and more. But we as a country really have a lot of soul searching to do. And that's really what I want to say about that today. But
this man is out here begging. Listen to this guy.
I want Black women to hear from me to know that as a Black man, I am going to triple my efforts to lift them.
This man, hold on. I heard there's more. Oh, yeah, he about to get the G-check. Hold up.
And that's really what I want to say about that today. But I want Black women to hear from me to know that as a Black man, I am going to triple my efforts to lift them up, to make sure that they're supported, to make sure that they're seen, and to make sure that other folks are challenged into understanding that they alone can't be the soul of this democracy and that they alone can't save us from ourselves time and time again. They alone can't be the people that show up and show up in such a way that folks who are voting against their own best interest, that they are saved as well. They can't do it anymore.
Freeze. Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I like that. I was just singing the same thing. This man is a damn political Keith Sweat. This man out here singing a whole goddamn R&B song straight up and down. Okay, first and foremost, another thing that foundational Black Americans have completely destroyed is the Democrats always speak on behalf of Black American women, and they don't ever bring up the Black American women that don't vote Democrat. You notice that, family? The Democrats act like every single Black American woman votes for them. They reduce Black American women to political property. They reduce all Black people to political property. But they talk about Black American women and don't even mention or acknowledge that there are millions of Black American women who do not vote Democrat. They talk around it. Family, you got Black American women right here in the chat, all through social media. What have you seen the most in this election? You know how many sisters I seen saying, damn the Democrats. Hell no, we ain't voting. Democrats say, let's act like we didn't see that. Then you see another sister saying, we ain't rocking with Kamala. They say, oh, no, we didn't see that neither. The Democrats' days of talking on behalf of Black American females, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That's what they're afraid of, y'all. They're afraid of that so much, y'all. They are running right now because they're desperate. I told you, desperation. They trying to run and send out, I believe, tethers like that guy because that hairline is literally bent all the way goddamn back. It's clear, y'all, that they trying to run and still save the few Black folks they think they can get. This is why they lying about the numbers. This is why they're saying, no, black men did vote. We seen the damn numbers. Black men didn't vote for Kamala. And then they're saying, no, black women did vote. We seen the damn numbers. She lost millions of sisters. And we know these black women who never liked Kamala. Quit lying to us. So the days of them speaking on behalf of black American females, even when you have black American females saying they don't rock with the Democrats no more, it's over. You can't tell us what we just seen when we just saw it. And what we see the most is the Democratic plantation crashing. Let me say this. FBA sisters in this election, I don't give a damn what the Democrats say. FBA sisters in this election were more on code than ever before. How did it turn out when they came after Janet? Sisters stood up, right? Okay, I got one even better. What happened when Barack Obama dogged black American men? Remember, Obama came after black American men. Who toasted his ass up real good? Black American women was on his bumper. It wasn't nothing where the black men went at Obama. No. Black American men got off, and then the sister said, do your thing, I'm going to get him. And we both came after him. Sisters were standing right next to brothers when it came to bringing down all that talk Barack Obama was saying. I seen just as many videos. Let's be real. Obama got roasted for 2 weeks straight. And you go on your timeline, black American woman got him, black American man got him, a sister got him, a brother got him, a brother got him, a sister got him. Barack Obama got ran out the paint because the brothers and sisters gave him that work. Double up on that. What happened when Michelle Obama came out just a couple weeks ago? Who even remembers that? Does anybody even remember when Michelle Obama just came out and she was saying, your husband don't love you if he votes for Donald Trump? Did that move a needle? Did anybody, who cares? Who really cares? Did anybody even care about that? Did that really do anything? That didn't move the needle at all. Black American women were like, what? Get out the damn way, Michelle. Black American females stood on business this election. And this was the first election in American history where they had to deal with the black American family. I'm talking about the brothers, the sisters, the kings, the queens, the goddess, and the gods. And you see the results that we got when we stood together politically. They couldn't black girl magic us. They couldn't black girls win this election. And now they're trying to do the black girls save democracy. And black American women right now are saying, man, the hell with your democracy. We saving foundational black Americans. That's what we doing. And they don't know what to do right now. They're like, wait. Black American women, they're standing on business? We can't get them over here to the feminist movement? Matter of fact, where the hell was the feminist movement this whole election? Did y'all hear anything about the Me Too movement this whole election? I ain't hear nothing about it. Remember the last election? It was Me Too, Me 3, Me 4. It was say her name again, say her name after that. Did y'all hear anything about the feminist movement during this whole election cycle? Did you hear anything about Michelle Obama? She came and left. You didn't see none of that. Oprah came. Black American women, sisters, say, get the hell out of here, Oprah. Black American women made it clear we ain't falling for the Democratic tricks before the election and after the election. So now that we are after the election and they sending out people like that to say black American women have held down democracy so much, sisters are saying we've seen that one before. We know how it goes. Y'all come around here, you say black girl magic, get your booty to the polls, we vote for y'all, and then you write laws for every Karen you can find. And then you go get Kamala Harris and she writes laws for every single Hindu she can find. Sisters know the blueprint and sisters rejected the Democratic Party. You don't get the statistics that you just got in this last election with black Americans completely canceling the Democrats, Kamala losing millions of votes and getting completely landslided without black American women rejecting them. Let's make this clear. The hell with any fake statistic they give you. What we know for a fact is that Kamala Harris lost in the biggest landslide in modern history, and that only happens if the number one voter bloc completely shuts down the Democratic Party. And we did it by sitting on the couch. The couch won this election. It absolutely did. And then the brothers and sisters who said, I'm going to go vote for Trump. That won the election. So when you put both of those together, wrapped up, done deal. You can't do nothing. So certified salute to all of our brothers, all of our sisters, because I don't know about nobody else, but right here, Certified Black Society, we've been telling everybody that brothers and sisters was going to stand on business together. We were telling everybody that brothers and sisters were going to end the Democratic plantation. We were telling everybody that we're going to be on the couch. The husband going to be here. The wife going to be right here. We're going to be popping popcorn. I'll be damned if it didn't happen. And they can't tell us anything other than that, y'all. So they got some big problems outside of foundational Black Americans. They got some other issues outside of America. But the biggest issue that they have as a whole is that we are not rocking with their political party at all. And family, a lot of things are coming back right now that was all hunky-dory not too long ago. Look at this right here, y'all. Look at this right here. Y'all remember that whole thing about migrants and their spouses getting money? Judge done already shot that down. Judge said, nope, ain't happening. Federal judge rules against Biden's program for immigrant spouses. Remember that? Remember now, we talk about foundational Black American family, and they've been trying to separate us, but they was giving migrant spouses all types of money. You see that right there, y'all. You see what they was trying to do? Well, now that Trump is in office, oh, they scared. Oh, they super scared. They said, damn, Trump is in office now, so we're going to have to go ahead and stop a lot of those policies that we thought we were going to have. We're going to have to go ahead and realize there's nothing that we can do to change the way this country is functioning. A new day and a new time is here, y'all. And it's all because of us. The Democratic shields are done for. Done for. I showed y'all, you got a bunch of empty boxes. You got a bunch of homelessness. And it's foundational Black Americans putting people out there in the street. Let me show y'all this as well. Oh, yeah. You want to talk about FBA? Let me tell you how great we are. You're going to love this. This is the best one out of all the receipts, family. Do y'all know that not only did we end the Democratic plantation, do you guys know that we bankrupt Kamala Harris's campaign? You know Black Alpha got the receipts. Look at this right here, y'all. Y'all, please screenshot this ahead of time. There they go. Kamala Harris's campaign ended with at least $20 million in debt, per two sources familiar. Harris raised over $1 billion and had $118 million in the bank as of October 16th. And now, y'all, they are $20 million in debt. Who run it? We do. They can't get the money, y'all. They spent all of them dollars trying to get foundational Black Americans to vote. And not only did we not vote for Kamala Harris, we bankrupt her campaign. One more time, run it all the way back. The Kamala Harris campaign has been bankrupt because foundational Black Americans stood on business. When we stand on business, we do some powerful things. We gonna get your ballot box and your bank account minus. We gonna put them in the negative 500s. Apparently, she's in the negative 20 millions. Okay, this is what we did. That's a fact. Kamala Harris's campaign went broke. I know they was out here paying Megan Thee Stallion. How that worked, by the way. Oh, by the way, they talking that talk about sisters. Who were the main ones saying Megan Thee Stallion, you better get the hell out of here? Black American women. Glorilla saying the same thing. Cardi B ain't even Black, and we said get her up out of here. So don't come to me trying to tell me that you won over Black American women when Black American women were the main ones packing all of them frauds up and running them out. And apparently they done ran out of money. Damn shame. Damn shame. Yeah, you see that? Let me tell you what else happened. Look at this right here. Oh, we got receipts, family. Let's go. Were they doing too good, y'all? Look at this. Look at these pictures, y'all. That's her kids. They was crying, right? Look at Dougie crying. This is what you get with the Democratic shields, family. Who did that? We did that. Are they upset right now? Look at this. This is the faces. I'm going to translate what all of them are really saying. What they're all really saying is that, damn, foundational Black Americans ran us off the block. Damn, we ain't got no money left. Damn, foundational Black Americans have canceled the Democratic plantation. Absolutely have. And we taking full responsibility for every piece of that. Check it out. Look at him, family. They go Tampon Tim. He upset. He angry. They in tears over there. Democrats Democratic Shield don't know what to do right now. What they gonna do? They crying. Them is Democratic Shield tears, y'all. They hurt. They wobbling. They defeated. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. Oh, there's some more. Wait a minute. Check this one out. The old ones and the young ones. Yep. We making these folks go bankrupt. Family, we done made the Shields go bankrupt. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Who's this guy? Who is he? Look at that. Jeez, oh goodness. Whew. Terrible. Look at it.
Many of us are reacting to the election last night and are grossly disappointed even as they count the last ballots. In several states, it is clear where the American people are and are not for it to even be this tight a situation. But let me give you some words. My concern is not what will happen to Donald Trump's presidency in terms of this country. My concern is that we are prepared to fight for what we believe and stand up for what is right in defeat and in victory, or as it were to be if we had victory.
What is this man saying?
Donald Trump.
This man said to stand up for what we believe in victory and defeat, even if we had victory and defeat. Al Sharpton, I think we're going to have to get him the same address as Joe Biden. Does he look like he's slipping a lot of it? Let's be real. I see what you said, Damon. You ain't lying. Al don't look all the way there, y'all. Al don't look all the way there. I'm starting to see some real Joe Biden-ness in this guy. Al look like he's super struggling in defeated in victory and fight until Thursday. And on Thursday, we will fight and continue like it was Wednesday. But if Wednesday's really Monday, then we end up back on Sunday. Do you feel me? Hell no, we don't. I don't think you understand yourself. We need to get the address of Joe Biden's nursing home.
Will self-destruct. And those that he appealed to the dark side.
The dark side.
Will self-destruct. The question is, what will you and I do? That
I know what you're going to do. You're going to do about maybe 3 or 4 more years before you don't remember who you are any goddamn more. And foundational Black Americans are going to do forever independent and certified. How does that sound? Yep. This is what we saying. Where they going? They don't know what to do. They shook, y'all. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Al Sharpton thought he was going to come out here and give a 1952 speech. Man, ain't nobody listening if you don't get on out of here. What we going to do, y'all? Family, I want you to notice. Notice this, y'all. Notice every single clip I've showed y'all is another different element of the Democrats not knowing what the hell to do. We showed you we mad at the POCs. We showed you we mad at minorities. We showed y'all we mad at Black men. We mad at Black women. We mad at 1952. We showed you Joe Biden running around here happy. All these people are mad and Joe Biden is happy. The Democrats have been shattered into a million different pieces. They don't know what's going on. They getting into fights on television. They arguing. They going back and forth. Democratic shields are running. Think about everything we showed you and think about how there's 100 different excuses and there's 100 different beliefs. The Democrats aren't moving as one political party because they have been shattered. We done took a glass jar and threw it off the Eiffel Tower. It is literally in a billion different pieces. The only lineage powerful enough to pull something off like that is foundational Black Americans. Joyless Reed around here saying she's mad at W women and she wants to be one. Joyless Reed is running around here saying she wants no more solidarity politics, even though that's all she's ever been. You got these tethers popping up saying that they built America. Some of them want to steal FBA talking points. Some of them want to be mad still at FBA. Some were mad at Karen and Ken. Some were mad at Julio and Miss Sanchez. They don't know what the hell to do because FBA has completely destroyed the Democratic Party. We have literally rendered them useless. They have no power. They have no game plan, and they are the laughing stock of the world. People are watching right now in Austria. I seen it, and they're laughing at the Democrats. I seen people watching in England. They're laughing at the Democrats. Everybody's laughing at the Democrats, and the only people who can take responsibility, the sole proprietors of all of that, foundational Black Americans. We are the ones who ran the Democratic plantation into obscurity. We are the ones who completely got them out of any range of reality. These folks are living in la la land right now because of us, and it's a damn good thing, and we're going to continue to do it. And another thing they've been out here doing, I want y'all to see this too. I want y'all to see this right here. Do y'all know that the Democrats are out here now and they're trying to get into the, y'all best to be careful, Black folks. They's gonna come and get you. Y'all knew that was coming next, right? You knew damn well it's finally starting. They want to come and round us up. They want to put us back in chains, y'all. Okay, this is approach. No. This is delusion number 9,052. All right, they are in 100 different ways of delusion. The Democrats don't know what is going on in reality because we've rendered them completely useless. You're watching the effects of somebody that lost their number one voter block. However, their number one voter block got that step. You're not talking about just some random people here. You're talking about some people who hold it down. So we are the ones that got rid of the Democrats to the point where they don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. Yeah, the scare tactics. And think about it. The scare tactics didn't work before the election because they were trying to boogeyman us with Trump. By the way, how did that Project 2025 work out? Did that work out good, y'all? Did that gain them any votes? They Project 2025 us. Remember, y'all Black folk better be careful now. They're going to get y'all with that damn Project 225. That 25% going to get on you. Y'all better be careful. Yeah. That didn't work out too good, did it? Project 2025, that didn't do nothing. Black Americans ain't scared of no damn Project 2025 because we knew it was capped anyway. So think about it. The boogeyman tactics didn't work before the election. The boogeyman tactics are not working after the election. Now what? That's the $1 million question. Now what? Now where do you go? Nothing you did worked. You keep putting out singles and they ain't selling. We told y'all they out here going triple goddamn tablecloth. The Democrats don't know what to do. And foundational Black Americans, we are the ones who created all of this. This is our election, y'all. This is our election that we regulated. We scared them. They don't know what to do, where to run to. They don't know where to hide. They just duck it. Let me show y'all this right here. And this is absolutely hilarious. Everything that we showing is hilarious. You got tethers popping up. You got, hey fam, check this out. We done created tether on tether crime, Democrat on Democrat crime, Mayo on Miracle Whip crime. We done created every form of crime that you can possibly imagine. This is what happens when a party does not have any more momentum. They are out here embarrassing themselves. I'm going to show y'all this right here while we continue to thank a union member, okay? While these union members are out here getting thanked, foundational Black Americans are the ones doing all of the heavy lifting. And I also want y'all to remember this before I show y'all this. I also want y'all to remember, everybody is afraid. You want to talk about down bad? Oh, I got somebody else. Oh, yeah. Look at this right here. Look at this right here, y'all. Look at this right here. You want to talk about somebody being scared? Somebody being sad? Let's go there. We got ones who are afraid, ones who are sad, ones who are in tears, having meltdowns, breakdowns, roll-arounds, can't come arounds. You know we didn't forget Ricky Smiley, right? Y'all know we didn't forget about Ricky Smiley. Remember Ricky Smiley? I'm tired of y'all. That's a good Black woman. She called me on the phones. Y'all remember Ricky Smiley? Things ain't going too good for Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley done put this out on the internet. And you know when you put out something like this, looking like this and talking like this, you must be upset. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We see you because Ricky ain't so smiley. Now the FBA done put his ass out on the street. Watch this.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I was just on Instagram. I was feeling optimistic, but I'm looking at all of the different counties between Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. She is pulling Hillary Clinton numbers. Like, literally. Like, it's looking real shaky. And I thought that we would be seeing a first woman get elected. I think this country is just as misogynist and sexist than it is racist. But she's pulling those Hillary Clinton numbers. She's not running up the numbers like Joe Biden did. And that's how Trump won Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. And it don't look like none of those are secured right now. You know what I mean? It's just looking real, it's looking real grim right now.
Look how upset, look at him. Hey, he's stroking a beard that he ain't got. Look at this. Look at this. Man, you got stubble. This man in there going, man, I got to rub on my stubble. He ain't got nothing. Ricky is frowning.
It's looking real grim right now.
What beard you got? You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Michigan, it's going to be really close. But
no, it ain't.
She's pulling some real, she's pulling some Hillary Clinton numbers.
Wait a minute. Notice he keeps calling her she. Y'all notice that, right? Remember he was getting mad at us and he was saying, call her name. Her name is Kamala. Don't you be, no, it's Kamala. Remember that? It's Kamala. Don't be out here calling her just some random name. Y'all need to call her by her name. Speak on her real name. Now he's sitting there calling her she. He ain't said Kamala, Camilla, Kamala, Kawana. He ain't said none of that this whole damn time. He's sitting there calling her everything other. Now she turned into she. Now she all of a sudden is a she. She wasn't a she when she was running around here acting like she was FBA. When you were trying to lecture us, now all of a sudden you want to change the script. No, no, no. You gonna hold this L the same damn way everybody else did. Sorry about that, Ricky frowning. We got this man out here rubbing on the stubble. Nope, you ain't got nothing, she ain't got nothing, and all y'all got is that damn couch. It's funny though. Look at Ricky Smiley, y'all. You want to know what irony is? Irony is that Ricky Smiley is sitting there on the couch talking about how Camilla just lost. Did he report live from the couch, family? Let me tell you something. You worrying about Camilla hairless, but you ain't sitting there talking about what's going on with that couch and how that couch really won presidency. If it wasn't for that couch, you wouldn't be sitting there upset, hurt, and frowning. We done made Ricky Smiley turn into Ricky frowning. It's a sad damn day when you can't handle FBA. Keep on talking, homie.
Because all of those numbers that Joe Biden got 4 years ago, she's not reaching those numbers in those particular counties in between Georgia, Georgia, Pennsylvania,
black people,
and Michigan.
Black people. And I just read the statistics. Listen to what he's saying. What happened to all that? The black men's and black women's is going to come out to vote, y'all. What happened to all that? Black folks is going to win this election now. What happened to all of that, Ricky? Wait a minute. Family, we've been sitting here listening to these people. Nope. Say that again, frowning. Say that one more time for the audience, fam.
Because all of those numbers that Joe Biden got 4 years ago, she's not reaching those numbers in those particular counties in between Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Michigan.
And why is that? Why is that? Why is that, homie? Go ahead. Fill out the rest of that statement. Don't have that statement. Notice, y'all, they sit there and talk about the black vote as a whole, but they don't never want to connect it to them counties. It wasn't just in Georgia, North Carolina, and Michigan. It was all throughout the whole goddamn country. Black Americans in our counties where we are heavily populated, it shifted and she lost millions of votes. Damn all that stuff. Well, black folks came out and voted this percent. We know that percent is capped. Totality is fact. And if you look and you break it all the way down in all of them counties and them districts, ones that had the majority black folks, she lost the black vote. Let me tell you again. When you're seeing counties with a lot of black folks, Kamala lost the black vote. Black folks did not give her the black vote. And he's sitting there upset, and they've been telling us, y'all. They've been straight up saying it. Yeah, you know, it's hurting now because she did not get in them counties, man. Them counties that we thought that it was going to turn out. So basically, in other words, you were wrong and foundational Black Americans were right. That seems to be the theme. We're always right and they're always wrong. But what do you expect from this guy right here? You thought that right there was going to get black folks to get up off the same couch as you sitting on? Nope. You thought that right there was going to get black folks to say, we down with you, we rocking with you? Nope. You thought that right there was going to prove a point that you thought you had? Nope. Black Americans let the whole world know, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, Democrats lost this election because of us. Democrats went broke because of us, and Democrats will never get the vote because of us. And why they've been sitting here in denial and they have not want to acknowledge what's going on, I'm going to do it for them. Let's show some people that really been calling out the Democrats for the longest amount of time. I'm going to show you right here. Look at this right here. Kamala, I thought sisters was rocking with you. So forget about all them Democrat, fake, non-Black Americans. Let's talk about a real Black American. Let's talk about real people from our side. This is how we feel about Kamala Harris.
What happened? How is it that all of these people in the country, over 50% of the people of the registered voters in our country voted for Donald Trump? What happened? And you, instead of you looking at yourselves, you're looking at everyone else. I looked at several shows today and they were talking about the people were racist, the men, the Black men were misogynistic, the Hispanic men are misogynistic, the white men are racist, but you never said anything about the Democrat men. What's wrong with you? You have spewed hatred. You have had nothing to tell the American people to make us want to vote for you. Nothing. You had nothing. If you saw, I have had many videos, many people have asked, what is your party's platform? You never had one. Your party platform was one thing, and it was Donald Trump. And because of your hatred for Donald Trump, you thought that you can do everything you wanted to, and you were going to make the American public hate him. Guess what? When you decided that you were going to harm him physically, you made him a martyr. People started looking at him and said, this man is doing all of this just so he can help the United States of America. You had all of your ads talking about how he was Hitler and how he was going to do everything to our country and destroy the country, whereas we were watching you do the same thing that you were blaming him of doing. The same things. When you said people weren't going to be able to speak anymore, you were the ones who paid Mark Zuckerberg or forced them to keep people off of social media. You were the one that coined that term misinformation and said that anyone that said anything that you disagreed with, you needed to do something to them. Even one of your leaders even said that we might even have to put them in camps and deprogram them. You did that. You said that. So don't get mad at the American public when you have over 50% of us who decided that you are going in the wrong direction. When you decided that you were going to get people, entertainers that most of us would never pay to go and see. People that were twerking and doing all types of despicable things on stage that most of us could not relate to. You had them at your political rallies. How dare you look down upon us so much that you would think that was impressive to us? Or when you had all of your athletes come and try to threaten us about voting for your candidates. We don't care what an athlete says. An athlete has nothing in common with the average American family that cannot spend $200 and have one meal prepared for their families. So that was on you as well. And then all of the threats, not just to Donald Trump, but you were threatening people. And wait, I don't understand who you paid to do your campaign that told you that you can threaten 340 million people and get them to do what you said. Do you know, I don't know what you all have missed in history, but that didn't work 500 years ago. And it surely is not going to work today. When you decided that you were going to control all media, and media was going to spend every bit of their time talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. When someone asks anybody from the Democrat Party any question about the economy, but Donald Trump, when you ask them about the wars, but Donald Trump, when you ask them about the children that were missing from the border, but Donald Trump, that's always your answer. Then you started really neglecting our people. You gave illegal immigrants up to $15,000 on a credit card. You paid for their housing. You paid for their food. You paid for childcare, whatever they needed. And then transportation for them to fly across the country. And you gave nothing to Americans. As the people in Lahaina lost their homes and suffered and lost their children, and you wouldn't even let them go in to find their children. As the people in Ohio, their water was poisoned by all of these derailments that were very suspicious. You never went to check on them.
Woo, 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 woo. I'm saying no. People of color didn't do that though. Black and brown didn't do that though. How do you know this? Because them folks ain't out there right now declaring it. Everybody's trying to come up with these different excuses. Foundational Black Americans have been consistent the whole time. It's been because of us, okay? All right? This ain't have nothing to do with nobody else, y'all. We have made the Democrats so desperate, so scared, so shook. Why? It's because they know they're over. There's no coming back. The Democratic plantation is officially and forever canceled, done, gone. And foundational Black Americans are the ones who made it happen, watched it happen, and will continue to make it happen as long as we feel so. We are the most powerful lineage heritage in the world, and we acted like it. This election was something so powerful, everybody's got to watch. Now, you seen that sister right there, right? Let's go and say it. You don't see Julio talking like this, but you see FBA talking about this. Watch this right here. Once again, sisters rejected the Democrats.
Honestly, I knew Kamala was going to lose when I seen the decisions that her sorry campaign team were making days before an election. Literally, who would choose Cardi B to come and speak to voters days before an election? Days before an election is your Super Bowl. You put your heaviest players out there. Cardi B was struggling to read from a damn cell phone at an official event. Let's not even talk about her damn background. She wasn't even suitable to be up there speaking to the general public. That's how you alienate people. Even bringing Meg Thee Stallion was alienating, right? Because there's a lot of issues around Meg Thee Stallion right now. So if Kamala's team really wanted to win, they would have rode with the Beyoncés, with a Mary J. Blige, with the Smokey Robinson, you know, people who don't rub people the wrong way. That's what you do during politics. But to have Cardi B, who literally got off that platform and went to Twitter cursing and threatening people's lives, not even, you know, hours later, is ridiculous. Whoever her campaign team were jokes. Honestly, I knew.
But here's the thing. That's all the Democrats know. That's all they know. They don't even know how to respect Black Americans. They treat Black Americans like they own us. They treated Black Americans like we were their property. Let me say this the best. Not they treat it. Everything you say about the Democrats, make sure you speak it in past tense because they're done. They're gone. They will never have the control that they have over us. And let me tell you, to quote the best rapper of all time, Tupac Amaru Shakur. Tupac said, if you think I'm bad, wait until you see this next guy. And I'm going to double that. If you think this generation right here ain't rocking with the Democrats, wait until you see the next one. Because they're going to grow up in a world with the new Black media, with certified Black society, with real heavyweights, with delineation, with reparations generation. They're not going to grow up in the vote blue no matter who. They're not going to grow up in the pastor told me to. They're not going to grow up in the, man, your ancestors have to die for you to have the right to vote. Every single thing that we have G-checked and every single thing that we have regulated is going to make the next generation walk right through the goddamn door. We don't pass down the struggle. We pass down empowerment. And by us defeating the Democrats, that was the biggest political victory in American history. Never, ever could anyone imagine just 5 years ago that foundational Black Americans would have defeated the Democrats, that would have canceled the Democrats, that would have knocked the Democrats out. If this was a prize fight, they didn't make it to round 2. We did that. You don't have the biggest landslide in American history without your number one voter bloc facilitating it. That's what we did. So wait until you see this next generation. They're going to come in the game and they're going to say, oh, the Democrats used to treat us this way? Yep. Let me show you some videos of them calling us Simple Simon, okay? Let me show you some broadcasts of them telling us that we too dumb to understand. Let me show you them talking about misinformation. Let me show you them saying we're going to bring in illegals so they can be over y'all. Because remember, the illegals that are coming here that the Democrats wanted, those people's kids were going to go over our kids. You know, those anchor babies that the Democrats love so much. It was the next generation of Black Americans that were going to suffer. When you start seeing 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th anchor babies, who was going to suffer from that the most? Our children. So guess what? We came in the game and we said, we ain't standing for that. We ain't going to go with the same nonsense that them older folks went with. No, no, no. We said, hell no, regulate. And I was saying the day of the election, I said, we can't wait until 2028. Because a lot of Black folks was like, man, we going to kind of wait until 28. If we don't win this election, we'll stop them in 2028. And we were saying, we ain't got that kind of goddamn time. I ain't got another 400 years. We going now. We got on business now. Mission accomplished. We put on our black suits with our black hats, with our black slacks and our black boots, and we went out there and we said, let's go. And we brought home the victory now. Foundational Black Americans won this election. We are on good time right now. When I'm looking at the clock, y'all, and I'm seeing the progress, I'm like, oh yeah, picture perfect. Before, we used to always be behind the 8 ball. Every other community's 10 years, 14 years, 30 years ahead of us. We was always playing catch up. Now they behind us. Did we not just lap them? Did we not just do some real FBA business, y'all? You feel me? They started off the race. They had a 400-year head start. Now we're ahead of them. And we looking back and they got their hands on their hips. They tired. They don't know what to do. They looking saying, damn, how the hell FBA just the last election was back there? Look at them now. How the hell they get that far? We thought we was going to vote blue no matter who. We thought we was going, yes, we can. I told everybody in my speech in Washington, D.C., we went from the yes, we can era to the hell to the no era, and we're seeing it. Family, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So as the Democratic plantation is gone, all the Democratic shields are gone. They going right out the damn door. You ain't got to see them no more. Don't worry about the Democratic shields, family. They're all unemployed. They're all homeless. And foundational Black Americans, we got a house to stay. I guess they can go out there and hopefully they can get one of them food vouchers. Hopefully, okay, they can get next to some of them people that was getting them food vouchers and they can get one. Oh, I forgot. They can't because Trump's ending it now any damn way. Damn, I guess they out of luck. Sorry, deal with it. This is what foundational Black Americans been on, y'all. This is the type of time and energy. And we talk about these folks copping out. Let me tell you, Jesse Owens style, you ain't lying. Ohio State. Look at this right here. Shout out to Nikki the God for this one. Look at this right here, y'all. Y'all see what Luke's out here saying? Luke is saying, new rule. Or shall I say, new rule. No more saying black and brown people. It's just black, okay? They just gave us the finger. Look at Luke now. We got Luke mad at the Latinos. Did we not say, family, there's been some people of color crime. There's been some minorities on minorities crime. Y'all see what we say? All we do is make real receipts. So Luke is mad now. Luke is upset. Nikki said, what are you talking about? He came back to Nikki and said, you don't get it off my timeline, which I have no idea what the hell he was talking about. I don't think he knows what he was talking about. But you see Luke now. He don't want to be with the black and brown no more. What? Wait a minute, Luke. Weren't you just saying that everybody was black? Luke was just telling us that everybody was black. Luke threw a whole crash out space. It was saying FBA was xenophobic. Look now, y'all. They told us that we were xenophobic, and now they're mad at the people of color, so they're xenophobic. They were telling us that we was a hate group. Now they're mad at the people of color, so they're the hate group. Every single thing that they said about us really applies to them. So basically, we were always right. We always win. We're the greatest of all time, and they lost. You see what we're talking about? Yeah, Luke out here mad at the people of color. I'm telling you, everything flipped came November 5th. When November 5th came, everything changed. That was a monumental day that opened the door for the rest of history. The Democratic plantation went down. All their shills are unemployed. All their shills crashed out. All their shills are gone. That is why we changed the game with this election. And, you know, it'd only be right, since we're talking about changing the game. I hate to have to do this to the whole family, but Luke actually told me he wants to say what's up to everybody. So here you go. Luke, go ahead. Tell everybody what's up. I'll give you 2 seconds, and then I got to drop you. There you go, y'all. Luke said, what up? What's happening? Can I bees with the FBAs now? I knows I was talking crazy this summer because I thought Kamala was going to win. I thought I had a chance to get on the plantation, but I lost. So I'm sorry, FBA. Will you accept me again? Because everything that y'all said was correct. Everything y'all said was right, and I was wrong. But nope, you can't, Luke. You can't. Stay over there with them, family. It's the winner's circle. Yes, indeed. So we've been G-checking everybody, family. We've been regulating everybody. We've been changing things up. And in the process of us doing that, we win. It's a beautiful thing when you can win, you can change the game, and you can hold it all the way down. So I want to point this out to everybody. Notice what we did. We ended Joe Biden's career. We ended Barack Obama's legacy. And we ended Kamala Harris's career. And we did it all in 3 months. Let me say that again. Foundational Black Americans. We ended Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris in 3 damn months. We were the ones who said that Joe Biden was 9,000 years old and he needs to step down. He stepped down. When Barack Obama come around and he started trying to lecture us, we were the ones who ran him out the paint. Now his legacy is trash. Foundational Black Americans did that. We were the ones who said Kamala ain't black, Kamala ain't like us, and Kamala ain't getting the black vote. And she lost. We did that. So when you say Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Kamala Harris, all in 3 months, that's what I call good work. That's what I call that FBA work. Yeah, next. Who's next? Anybody else who want it? Come on over, Foundational Black Americans. We are political businessmen and women. We are extremely savvy, and we are on code like never before. You can get that work same way they got that work. Because when you built this country like we did, you can do whatever the hell you feel like. Democratic plantation don't exist. Only Foundational Black Americans exist. Everybody else fall out. There's only 2 types of people on the planet, y'all. Foundational Black Americans and everybody who wants to be a Foundational Black Americans. And there's someone who agrees with me 100% because they thought that they was going to say something. And then they found out when you run them all out the paint at the same time, you might end up with Obama Harris. So Obama Harris, if you ask Obama, whatever Obama identifies as, Obama will tell you, I tried to cosplay. I tried to hustle. I tried to get my political agenda across, but none of it worked because you cannot hustle a hustler, and Foundational Black Americans invented the hustle. As we always say right here on the Black Alpha Network, and I think that it is time to make it crystal clear, y'all. G-check, G-check, G-check. Who run it? We do. All right, y'all. Another beautiful episode. We went extra real with extra receipts. We talked about how we completely dominated and destroyed the Democratic plantation. We stepped over top of their ashes. We came up with strategies for the future. We showed that they're in disarray. They got a billion different beliefs, a billion different thoughts, but a billion of them ain't going no damn where. It's over for. They all done. They out there trying to hide. They out here trying to run, y'all. And at the end of the day, when you see that right there, that's because of this right here. And this right here means that this right here came true. And you only get that right there because of us right here. Crystal clear. Foundational Black Americans, we win. The Democratic shields are all unemployed, and the Democratic shields are all finished. And the Democratic plantation does not exist. 60 years of disrespect, 60 years of benign neglect, and it all went away in one night because we stood on code and we stood on business. And let me say this as well. Democrats, what you should have done, all of these little people you sent to cuss us out, talk reckless to us, all these little TikTokers, all these Democratic shields, you thought that was a good plan. Next time, let me let you know this. Foundational Black Americans will run any political party out the paint because gone are the days of being political property. In are the days of being politically independent, political powerhouses, and political foundational Black American certifieds. If you don't like it, you got to deal with it because we said so, and it's always that way. FBA. Certified salute to the family, y'all. Appreciate the love, y'all. Make sure that you thank a union member, okay? Make sure that you thank the collard greens, and make sure that you thank Kamala Harris for all the damn good times because we won't never see her no more because Foundational Black Americans packed her up and sent her back home. So say hi to Barrel Force and the other fake grandmas and the Democratic shields in the plantation. Hope it all works out for you because Foundational Black Americans canceled you. That part. Y'all stay good. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay vigilant. We will be back again on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. I appreciate all the new subscribers. If you're in here right now, make sure you subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. And on your way out, you guys make sure that you smash that like button. We get closer to 20K, man, and we're going to continue to do it. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys with a passion. I want y'all all to stay safe, stay strong, stay vigilant, man. You know I'm rocking with you all the way, man. There's nothing better than my Foundational Black American family, y'all. I wake up every single day with you guys right here, and it's always going to stay that way. And if you ever need me, man, hit me up. I'm not like these other people, man. I'm with you guys. It's all of us together. We move as one or we don't move at all. And when we move together, the receipts that we got, I don't know. It might just end somebody's political party because we can do that. Certified salute. Always remember, Black is beautiful and beautiful is always Black. Free Huey. I want the whole damn world to hear this. And that is that Foundational Black Americans, we didn't just build America, we created America. We're made in America. That's right. We're born in America and raised in America. We're from America, so we love America, and they not like us, because we run America. Certified salute.